Yo, 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 yo. What's good, everybody in the building, man? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna get straight into it, man. Try to make, the intro is a little bit shorter. You feel me? So I was like, you know what? Let's get straight into it. If you guys don't know, unfortunately, and I'm just gonna say it now, because I've been kind of content's been maybe a little bit slow for a little bit, but unfortunately, this past Sunday, I lost my beloved Chunky, my dog. He passed away due to a heart condition that he's been dealing with for the past 8 months. So been dealing with that for the past couple of days. This happened on Sunday, and it's gonna be a long, tough road, man. Long, tough road ahead on that. But just want to put that out there, and appreciating prayers and condolences along with that. But as always, to continue going on in life, to continue pushing forward, I felt like going live right now would be the best thing to do right about now. The best thing to keep my mind off things or just keep me going, keep me continuing pushing on. So that's why we're live here today, but also because there's been a lot of stuff going on with Urban Necessities. Now, we've been following this story for a minute now, for about a week or so, for the most part. But since over this past weekend, we gotten a lot of responses, a lot of updates, and a lot of back and forth that went down between the two. And I wanted to follow up on the story, man, because we've been doing it. You guys have been enjoying it. Unfortunately, sometimes drama sells, but it's not more so about the drama. It's more so about the people involved, So I want to stay up to date, and I want to learn, and maybe someone in the chat, someone in general can learn from the mistakes of 2Js and business in general. I'm pretty sure he would like that as well. So we're keeping it all just open-minded at the end of the day. We're not siding with anybody here. We are siding with what's right and what's wrong. And I think that right now, based upon it, like I stated before, 2Js, what's going on with Urban Necessities, I do not believe it's because of 2Js. Like, I think 2Js is trying to fix things right now, but it may be too far gone, unfortunately. So with that said, let's get straight into it, man. Let's look at some of the updates. So since the last video that we actually captured was 2Js had made like a response, basically talking about everything and just kind of laying everything out. This the general layout of everything. And I don't know if he had went live first, because he went live. He had went live, and then I also saw a response from Urban Necessities on their IG. So I don't know which one came first, but he did his video. We watched it. I think there was 2 videos or something like that. We reacted to it. And then he ended up going live later on. I think I saw Kari on there, Sneaker Fetish on there as well. And then I saw this post also being posted up from Urban Necessities. Even since then, though, 2Js has since dropped. I think this is the only video we saw, but there's 3 new videos now about this. 3 new. I don't know which came first or what order, but obviously they're all coming back and forth. I want to say, though, we're going to start with this Urban Necessities part because I've read what some of this was stating. I don't know if maybe I read it all. I can't remember, but a lot of it seemed like it might have been in correlation in a response to what he said initially on that first video that we reacted to. Salutes to everybody in the building, man. Salutes to What's Up, Ryan, Corey Brooks. Salutes to Neighborhood, Superstar Wayne, Untamable, Jason Eddie. What's up, Ryan? Salutes to my people over on Twitch. Scavmine, what's going on? Appreciate you. Sleepy Fire Kicks over on Kick. Juice, Hood 100 family, what's going on, brother? Good seeing you, man. Juice, Chappelle, what's going on? Tone Rick, VVSS Kick. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who's sending the love, man. It's been very tough, bro. I've been crying. I've been crying, bro. Like, it's been very tough. This one, I don't know. When it comes to my animals, man, I don't play about my animals. It has been tough though, chat. Like, for real, it's been fucking tough. Like, you would think that, like I said, it doesn't matter. They are my family. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is my family. You would think that you would just probably look at me crazy, like, damn, bro, like, is this a dog or something? Like, it's not like that with me, though. It's like literally losing like a brother, sister, more so like I have a child now, so I can only imagine, and I don't want to even degrade my son as saying that, because obviously if I lost my son, God forbid, and even talking about that, I would go crazy. But Chunky was my first before I even had a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was my first like thing, me and Nicole's first thing. He came before everything. You know, he was the first responsibility, the first thing of me and Nicole, our family. You know, and I'm never gonna be able to get over that. Never, bro. Nicole's handling it. You know, she's been my rock in this, because I've been the baby here. I've been the pussy here. But yeah, guys, wanted to go live and just get back into it, because I can't allow myself to fall off. You know, not fall off, but fall behind. And I know Chunky's just a dog, but I know my dog and I know our dogs, the people that went through this, they would only, if they could speak, if they could do stuff, they would only want the best for us. So they would want us to keep going on, you know, same way that we think of it when it comes to our family. So, you know, that's why I'm here. So, yeah. With that said, let's get into the shit show, man. Okay, so Urban Necessities responded. We are aware of the ongoing statements about Urban Necessities. While we prefer to handle legal matters privately, we feel it's necessary to clarify a few points. From start, we entered this partnership with integrity and the genuine belief in the brand. Despite our efforts, including investing millions of dollars and working in good faith, the relationship faced several challenges, much which occurred behind the scenes. Out of respect for those involved, we've remained quiet, but the truth is we endured significant losses. Mismanagement by JC, including mishandling of funds and taxes, only came to light after we got involved. Despite this, we tried to keep the business afloat while acted in ways that undermined those efforts. Let's separate facts from feelings. JC engaged in self-dealing, stole product, and embezzled company funds. That is a humongous statement right there. A wild and humongous statement right there. Like, that's crazy. You feel me? And it's not even allegedly. It's just like straight up, like basically trying to say that TWOJs was stealing from the company. He stole from the company. He was doing deals outside of the company. I guess pocketing. Like, those are some big time accusations right there. His attempts to portray himself as a victim ignores the reality of his actions. We've been working to return full ownership to Urban Necessities to him, and the process is nearly complete. We're grateful for everyone who supported us in the brand. We will still wish the best for the entire team and those involved, but we won't stay silent in the face of false narratives. So, if you guys remember on the previous one, 2Js did state that he was going to be trying to get back 100% of the company, but he had certain things he wanted to be taken care of, and one of the main things was the taxes. Or I don't even want to say the taxes, but I want to say it was the debt. Like, he didn't want to incur the debt that was brought on after he joined in on the company, that the new debt or whatever, they would need to continue that on. I think he said, though, the taxes as well as the people that are owed money, he's willing to take that up and deal with that through whether selling property or selling any assets he has and liquidated them. But they are stating here that he stole product, embezzled company funds, and was doing self-dealings, which is wild. Wow. Salutes to Smack Burger, Kevin, Aldina, salutes to Untamable, salutes to Sleepy Fire Kicks. I appreciate it. Salutes to your boy, your Obi. I think I'm saying it right. What's going on, homie? Appreciate you. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, everybody. Let me see. So that is what was stated there. Now, since then, and I don't know if 2Js kept the live up. I don't know. I know sometimes you can, but let's see here. And I also got this saved just in case. I'm okay with playing it from the actual videos. I just want to make sure that, like, how long is this one? So, oh my God.
Man, oh man.
So this is 45 minutes. And this is 1 hour. Oh, my bad. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the interview. Holy cow, man. We're behind. Woo! So we got a 45-minute clip and a 1 hour clip. Y'all got time today or what? Is that too long? I need to know, chat, because this is gonna be a long stream. We're talking about an hour and 20, like basically 2 hours of shit to go over. But I might have to skip because I know in the chat one it was kind of like all like he was talking to people, so we can kind of maneuver. So I'm honestly gonna have to play this one and kind of skip it around.
Man, oh man.
Because it's
y'all got questions. I got questions. You're frustrated. We're frustrated.
Let's get it.
I think I'm gonna wind up.
So I think this is just a live stream. This is what it seems like. It's a live stream. The second one is also a live stream. So yeah, I want to see if I can get bro, hold on. I want to see if I can speed it up a little bit. Can we at least get like a little bit of speed on it? Just a little bit. I'm gonna download. I need to download VLC real quick. We just need a little bit of speed. If you're watching the playback, salutes to you. If you're watching the playback and you don't want me to interrupt it, this is not the video for you. Stop what you're doing. Go to 2Js' Instagram and press play there. When we go live and talk about stuff, we stop, we interrupt, we talk about it. We don't just do I'm not a clip channel where I just post up what was said. We actually like talk about it. So if you want to just watch the video uninterrupted, you're at the wrong channel. Go ahead. We're not too far in. You could be like, oh, my bad. Go to 2J's Kicks on IG and you can watch these straight up uninterrupted from him. Tony D2Wild is going to give commentary. Tony D2Wild is going to stop. Tony D2Wild is going to talk to the chat. Tony D2Wild is going to get some donations probably here and there. Salutes if y'all want to donate. Click the link. I posted it. Become a member. I got badges being made right now, which should be going up probably within the next couple of days. We got some new badges. I'll show that later on in the stream, maybe towards the end. But we are going to do a lot of interruptions. So if you do not want to see that, you might want to get away from here. Okay? Get up out of here. Get up out of here.
Man, oh man.
All right, so we're going to speed
y'all
this
got
up
questions. I got questions. Frustrated. We're frustrated.
1.5 is good. 1.5.
I think I'm going to wind up trying to do my best. One, to
all right, cool.
Talk to everybody and interact in a respectable, control my emotions, which I hope you guys could understand. But the one thing I need y'all to understand is I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to stop talking because at this point I've done so much to try to let the community know what's going on internally. And at this point, even though me running my mouth, which isn't really running my mouth, it's me just addressing what's going on, may put me in a compromising position. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to save the fucking brand. I'm here to try to help my consigners. And, I genuinely appreciate every single person that took time out of their day to talk about this, whether that was in a positive or negative light for me. I want to say thank you to each and every person that has taken a moment to say something to me, to Joni, whether that was a phone call, a text, a DM. Thank you. And I read as many comments as I could. And I'm just here because I want to address some of the ones that, for the record, either grinded my gears or maybe I didn't do a good enough job of explaining what it was that I tried to address yesterday, or I didn't water it down enough for the whole world to understand it. So the first one of the most common things that I saw in the comments from like the ones that left me head scratching was, how do you not get people to review the contract? Great question.
So I guess we're going to get a lot of the questions that we did have. Yeah, like that contract was crazy. 365 deal. 2J's got money. Regardless, you can hate him, you can love him, whatever. He has money. He has enough money to be doing that type of stuff. So we can say that. So that's number one thing I was thinking, like, where is the lawyer that is breaking this shit down?
I did multiple times. And now in the comments, and one of the things that people kept saying, the repeated thing that kept getting said is, well, it's your dumbass fault for, giving up operations and then taking all the liability. Here's the thing.
Well, that's not the question I had. My question was, when you got the initial agreement before you signed, did you not have anybody look over that? And what did they say at that point? Did they tell you, hey, man, you're going to get a lot of money. This is good, but hey, you're going to have liability. It seemed like the way and maybe I'm not watching him, but we're going to be pausing. But the way he just stated this was that he got that response after the lawyers after it's been signed. I'm talking about when you get a big time contract, usually you have a lawyer look that over before.
I genuinely believe, my family, my wife genuinely believed that the right thing was going to get done here, right? And so I thought, my understanding was that from an operational standpoint, I was getting help, not that I was sacrificing all of it. And yeah, that's my bad. The accountability, the liability aspect of it, somebody's got to take it, right? That could have been mutually, but at the same time, if you're doing the right thing, who the fuck cares who the liability is on? Because before they came in, we were running the business. We were running the business. Here's another thing that I kept seeing over and over and over again. And I'm like, man, it'd be nice if people would speak up, but there's no value in speaking up for some, but I will. Did I have some disconnects or some that slipped through the cracks where consigners didn't maybe necessarily get paid when they ideally wanted to when we were running the business? Yeah, 100%. But if each and every one of those people actually spoke up, if each and every one of those trolls actually did the research, you'd see that there's a big difference from back then. If I missed a payment, they got paid, as opposed to these folks ain't getting paid right now. They're genuinely not getting paid right now. And as of my understanding from a conversation that I had in person with folks that represent the brand, sure, Dom, Isaac, that are speaking for people that have operational say, but don't have the heart to come sit here and sit next to me man to man and say, hey, this is where we went wrong. Let's water under the bridge and fix this shit up, right? But
and salute H. Martinez, because I've done that several times. You can literally put these contracts in Chat GPT and tell them to explain it to you like you a fucking first grader. Like, easily. Like, I do this all the time, when it comes to numerous things, like brief, when I got, whenever I'm doing something where, I'm doing a contract with somebody, or like more so like an ad or sponsored work, like I always have Chat GPT like tell me the points that need to be hit or whatever. It's easy. Salute Paul White.
Yeah. Right now you ain't paying consigners. Some consigners ain't been paid in 3 years. So when I'm sitting here talking and saying, damn, this is crazy. Like, I got to take the time and I got to do what's right no matter what falls on me. This is me addressing shit with the community. Here's my other problem. Here's my other concern that I want to get off my chest, because you guys should know. And then I'm going to answer questions. They've been trying to sell my shit for a while. And the one thing that I've been asking, because I've been finding out little by little, is I'm dying to see what the profit and loss statements look like to those businesses and people that were offered my brand along the way, because I'm pretty sure that they don't match up to the numbers that I got. And so yesterday people were saying, and I guess I didn't do a good enough job of explaining. And I'm here to explain, because again, I need you to understand how I got here, because I want to find a solution. I'm 6 figures into trying to find a solution with lawyers. I'm into going to police. I'm going to the FBI. I went to the Better Business Bureau. I'm talking to anybody that'll listen to me in person that I respect their, where they're coming from with this shit. It's wild. It's wild to me that these folks are sitting here painting a narrative to my staff, telling them, yo, Jay don't want to be a part of the brand. Jay don't want to help none of us with any of this. Don't he's doing this, he's not doing this. Jay don't want to be on the operational calls.
And that's one thing that I don't give a damn. Like I said before, I just don't believe that 2Js, and hopefully he doesn't take this the wrong way, but 2Js likes the, I guess you can call it the fame or the notoriety of 2Js and of Urban Necessities. I like the notoriety of being Tony D2 Wild. He likes it. Nothing wrong with that. So I don't see nowhere in my head, and I know 2Js fairly well, more than the average person, not like we're best buddies, but there's nothing in my brain where I'm thinking like he's just going to take some money and then just not want to do anything with Urban Necessities anymore. I feel like 2Js is the type that if he had the choice and he was done with Urban Necessities, I think at least he rather just shut it down and let it be no more than sell it to someone else and then just walk away completely. I've always told this to Bull, right? I told Bull, like, you know, Bull, if Sample never just worked out anymore, like, and you wanted to be done with it, Bull, like you was done with it, Bull, I'm not gonna continue on Sample by myself. It's something that me and you started. If you want to ever stop, then I'll stop. Like, that's just how I am with that situation, with that business. I don't, you know, now, yeah, even if someone was willing to like come and say, yo, Tony, here's $15 million, we'll buy Sample. We want you completely out of this shit. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I'm contradicting now. I'm thinking like 15 million. I don't know. I would feel some type of way though, giving up my baby in that. But at the same time, if I'm being offered $15 million from Sample right now, that would have to mean I'm making some sort of good money though. You know, like right now I ain't making $15 million with Sample. So it hit different. But if I was making annually, you know, 10 million a year or something like that, and someone came and offered 15, like I might be like, nah, that sounds good right now, but like I'm still growing and like it's an achieve. Like for instance, Kai Cenat, right? Kai Cenat can make way more money if he live streamed on Kick than if he live streamed on Twitch. But Kai knows the path that he has to take, you know? And sometimes money ain't always, more money is not always the answer. That's just what it is. Like I know majority of the time it might be, but not always, you know? I can make, never mind, let me stop. People can make more money doing things that probably devalue them as a human or humanity or whatever, but it's not always, it's not like money's not all, there's limits to money. Salute to Skinny in the chat.
But yet they're telling me, yo, listen, you're the concerns that you're bringing up are taking away from the operations. Just point them down and we'll write them down. But then they're going and they're telling my staff, yo, he don't want to be here.
Worm was good.
He don't want to help. He don't want to work with y'all. He don't fucking respect, right? And then the cold part is I never made any of my staff ever sign an NDA if they ever worked. If I treated you in a way that you weren't happy, go talk about it. Like I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm not doing janky business and then hiding behind it and then making my staff sign NDA so they can't use any of that shit against me, right? Frustrated. I wasn't the best operator. I wasn't the best owner. I fucking tried. I never fucking skipped on anybody. I'm not trying to skip on anybody, right? And the other thing, and then I'll get to some of the questions. I'll get to reading all the fucking comments that are going on right now. Some of the other things that got fucking kept coming up is, damn, you sitting here talking about your wife this, your wife that, your wife this, your wife that. Fucking right I am. Because my wife was 50% business owner of the business. And guess what? She got jerked every dime. Every dime. Every dime. So it's one thing to lose your business. Cool, that's whatever, bro. That shit happens every day, Be all right? It's another thing for people to take ownership of your business and then not fulfill their obligations that are in the contracts that they wrote up. Like changing in the eyes of the state who owns the business, but yeah, you don't do that. Why wouldn't you do that, right? That's the question I keep asking is why, if you take all the equity of an owner and you remove them from the operations and they're not even involved, you delete their emails, you don't let them in this, you don't talk to them at all, you only talk to them when you want our money, and then I'm sitting there, you're taking the money, right? So then I'm the only one in the room saying, yo, that ain't right. Like changing consignment agreements and then not telling the consigners that you changed the consignment rate from this percentage to that percentage, so who the fuck knows what it is, to fucking charging how the
That's the craziest thing though. That almost sounds illegal in a way, in my opinion, that you can remove someone from a operator in a business, but they still have 100% of the liability. That's like blackmail or some shit. Like, yo, you got liability. If you don't do what I want you to do, I'll just destroy this business and make you have to pay for everything. Like, that just don't sound like, that doesn't sound realistic. It goes back to what I said before though about like a home, you know, and marriage and stuff, where like you can buy a house and the divorce happens and then the man loses that, the wife wins the house, but the man has to leave. It's not his house or whatever, but he's on the mortgage and he's the one that's on the loan, so he still has to pay for the house even though he can't live or he doesn't own the house. Something, it's like that.
charging to send people shit back. I understand that there's operational costs. I understand there's things that you have to do to be able to keep a business afloat. But some of these practices were things that I never believed in, that I would never fucking do. And then when I keep complaining and bringing these things up, talking about how these things are detrimental to the brand that we built and to the brand that people respect, right? When they're detrimental to the fucking brand, you fire me. And then when you fire me, right? And then I point out breaches in the contract. You got Dom saying, yo, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get you this money, but I'm gonna get you this money. I'm gonna do the right thing. And then you don't do any of that. So now me and Joni are no longer in the business. In the eyes of the state, we still own the business. But yet these guys are taking loans. They're not paying consigners. They're not paying the debts. I told you not to open Delamo. I told you not to open Crystals. And now all of a sudden the money's gone. And most of the accounts that are owed are businesses that are either managed, you have equity in, or you fucking own. And then, I mean, fuck, I'm not a rocket scientist, but the timing is insane, right? And then all of a sudden you're somehow paying to fucking treat. Where the fuck is this money coming from, bro?
Now remember, to some of y'all that might not know, the last stream that we did on that day, I don't know what, I think it was the 20th or something like that, Shoe Surgeon, and just to give you guys that are coming in a little bit, it's so much going on, but back in 2022, I want to say, matter of fact, forgive me guys, if you're watching playback, this is definitely beneficial. I meant to show this beforehand, all right? This is the timeline of events. There's a timeline of events that went down. Where's it at? Come on. Come on, we had it. I guess I'm going to have to find it. There was a timeline. Nice Kicks put the timeline up. Salute to Nice Kicks. They put the timeline up of the events, like of everything going on. That way you guys can get a little bit of what's going on here. I should have did this in the beginning. I was going to do this in the beginning. It literally was the first thing, but I forgot to, like, I don't know. I exited it. It's going to pop up though. Just give me a second, guys. It's going to basically get us caught up to date on the timeline, because on the 20th, Shoe Surgeon settled with Nike. Goodness gracious, man. Do I just gotta type in? Let's type it in. Here we go. Goodness. All right, so here it is. May 2022, 2Js meet Shoe Surgeon at Dallas Imimbo. I'm saying that wrong. At SneakerCon. So that's a Shoe Surgeon in Dallas. Okay, Dallas, not the state, or my bad, the city is the actual person. So May 2022, they meet. November, after months of informal collaboration, 2Js finalizes a deal with the Shoe Surgeon. That he finalizes a deal with them. June to July 2023, 2Js realizes that he is no longer operational authority, yet still carries legal liability for the company after being reclassified as an employee. So he went from operating manager, now he's just an employee. September, Urban Necessities revises its consignment agreements and other operation policies without 2Js having any input whatsoever on this. Like 2Js, he's out of control. He has no sort of control of this no more. He don't got no say so. You're an employee. You're not even a manager. You're just a basic employee that we pay. Basically, they were using 2J's face card at this point. Nigga, we need you to come pull up, shake hands, and sign autographs. We got the rest of this operations behind the scenes. That's how it seems like. November 2023, 2Js asked to be bought out from UN due to the irreconcilable differences in contract breaches. So in November, after all this is going down and how 2Js has been feeling, he now wants them to buy the other percent that 2Js had of Urban Necessities, and he wanted to fully step away from Urban Necessities at that point. At this time, too, that's when 2Js was also doing like the free 2J shirts and all that. And that's when things were starting to slowly show themselves and leak out. But yeah, he wanted to be fully removed from the company, bought out completely. December 2023, 2Js accepts the first buyout offer and signs the paperwork, but Shoe Surgeon Worldwide does not. So he tries to sign out and get out, but they didn't follow up. Nothing happened. May 2nd, 2024, UN terminates 2J's employment, preventing visibility on the brand company on the brand plus email, the company email deleted. So May of last year, he's no longer even an employee. He's nothing, no sorts of association whatsoever. Still earning his percentages as an owner of whatever that was, whether it's dividends or whatever. He still earns that, but he's no longer at all a part of the company whatsoever. Kind of like what they did to Steve Jobs and Apple back in the 90s. October 8th, 2024, 2J signs a document to walk away from Urban Necessities for $0, yet shoe surgeon worldwide again refuses to sign. At this point, he's noticing he's no longer involved. He possibly is noticing, that, oh shit, even though I'm not involved, all these little things going on, I'm still holding the liability from the initial agreement. I'm liable for anything that that happens with this company. And I'm starting to see things happening. He's probably hearing the businesses not paying certain things or consignments. So he wants to just, at this point, I don't even need y'all to buy me out. Just let me waive myself from this business and y'all can have it. They didn't do that. June 2025, shoe surgeon worldwide approaches 2Js about Urban Necessities potentially filing for bankruptcy, which once again, this would fall on 2Js in some sorts because he is liable. He's the main liability here. Department of Taxation seizes 4 of 2J's in his wife's accounts and the Urban Necessities account. I did not know about that. I know that they owed taxes. I didn't know they seized accounts though. That's wild. Didn't notice that. So that's where we are at now with all of that, guys. With that said, June 20th, shoe surgeon settles with Nike, an undisclosed amount with a whole bunch of deliverables that Nike needs from him moving forward. And he's saying this is crazy timing. I don't know if he's going to mention that, but let's go. Sorry.
So yeah, crazy, bro. I'm concerned, bro. Very concerned. To the point where I came to this world with nothing. The only reason I have shit is because the community has allowed me to exist, right? Has supported. I made my money. Fucking right, I made my money along the way. I made my money through 2Js. You really think I was fucking paying myself crazy? And when my salary got crazy, guess whose idea was, yo, we're actually gonna double your fucking salary so your bread ain't fucked up because Joni ain't on payroll no more. Whoops, shit, got fired. There goes that. Then on the way out, you're telling the whole staff, and then you want to comment on my page and delete shit talking about, yo, this guy fucking left us with tax debt. Who the fuck was talking about tax debt? There was a tax debt before I left. Yeah, sure. 2/3 of that shit was paid off before I left. And then I got fucking text messages and phone calls, and we're agreeing that you're going to take the fucking accountability for this shit. But now all of a sudden, 3 years of bad business, and everybody and their mother's like, damn, this shit got weird over there, bro. Fucking right, it got weird. Because these boys were never planning. It's obvious right now. These boys was never planning on running a business. It was obvious right now when you leave me and my wife is managing fucking members of a business that we're no longer a part of, that you're just running the fucking tab up and leaving me to hold the fucking bill. And then the whole time you're telling me, yo, I want to work with you. I want to fix this. I ain't seen your fucking ass in 2 years.
Damn.
And now all of a sudden, you want to come sit in front.
Imagine owning a business with somebody and you ain't seen their ass in 2 years. I mean, me and Bull live in 2 different states, but goddamn, 2 years? Shit, I saw Bull in January, so that's not that. I see Bull at least once, twice, a year. I mean, I could see Bull way more, but goddamn, 2 years with a big ass company like this is wild.
Me and tell me, yo, my moral compass, I don't want to work with this Dallas dude. That's not how I do business. But yet, when I first addressed real problems to you back in 22, my man looks me in the eye, looks the other way, and said, yo, that's just above my pay grade. I'm paid to look the other way. Then when I'm sitting here and telling you what's going on, you sit here and you tell me, yo, I'm in the same deal as you. I don't got no say with my shit. So why the fuck are you talking to me if you got no say in your shit? And then, yo, I'm gonna fix it. I can fix it. Fucking right, I can fix it. I can fix the shit if I have the tools and the understanding. But I'm not gonna fix the shit when fucking it's inflated fake ass fucking debts. That when I get forensic fucking accountants in there, there to look at it, I guarantee you these fucking books are cooked. And then when I get fucking a third party company to do the inventory, I bet you the inventory ain't even there. Right? The inventory probably ain't even there. And you know how I know the inventory probably ain't even there? Because you've been selling fucking lists to other big time resellers and other people in the community, and the fucking lists are coming back to me like, yo, is this your shit? Damn, how you got Fat Joe sneakers in this list? Urban Necessities don't own none of Fat Joe shoes. Help me understand, bro. Help me understand. Am I angry? Fucking right, I'm angry. Because I did hundreds of millions of dollars in sales and business, and yes, I had some fucking chinks, and yes, I made some mistakes, but I never skipped on a fucking bill ever. Ever. You hear me? But for the last 3 years, I ain't been there, and all of a sudden.
And that's one thing I said on the last show. Like, look, like I said, me and 2Js, maybe y'all don't know, we're not best of buddies. We've had our differences over the past couple of years. I don't hate the man, but me and him have had very big differences and had some issues. If you guys don't remember, like I said before, like of the baby customs and the whole Trollmageddon thing. Those were things that shook up me and his friendship that we never really got back. You know, we kind of always just stayed clear of each other at that point. But I say that to say that I call things down the middle regardless of what people think, and that I never really heard of Urban Necessities not paying people and fucking up when it comes to the consignment and all. Like I didn't see those things. Like I didn't see those type of things until now. The man did, regardless, you can hate him or love him, the man did have things under control when he was there. So that's one thing I want to say.
And now bills can't get paid and motherfuckers want to sit here and talk about, oh, yo, Jay's driving Lambos. Fucking right, I'm driving Lambos. I was making ends off my 2J shit. That had nothing to do with UN.
I think somebody's YouTube and shit. 2Js.
I'm angry, bro.
Yeah.
I'm angry, bro. 1 hour after my fucking post, these motherfuckers are calling me, telling me, yo, you can have the whole shit back. You can have the whole shit back, bro. Take it 100%. Oh, my God, please take it, bro. Holy shit, please take it. All right, I'll take it. No problem. Take that bullshit ass that you fucking put on there. Take that fix the numbers. Get some forensics. Get some forensic accountants in there to show me some real fucking numbers. Right? Give me some operational money to fucking take the next 45 days and run this fucking business so at a minimum I could give these people back their shit. The little bit of shit you ain't stole yet. The little bit of shit you ain't stole yet. Give me the opportunity to do that right, bro. And listen to me when I say this to all 950 plus people that are watching this shit right now. Right? When I tell you I want to go in there and I want to save this shit, I don't want to save this shit because of me. I don't give a fuck about that brand. I give a fuck about the consigners. When I sit here and I tell you, yo, I will sell every fucking house, I will sell every fucking piece of everything the fuck that I have, it's because I want to be able to go outside and not have to look behind my fucking back and worry about who the fuck I owe money to. Because right now, these motherfuckers got me low. I don't even know who the fuck I owe. I don't even know who the fuck I owe. Right? And until they let me do the right fucking thing, until you let me do the right fucking thing, I can't even stop the fucking tax. So yes, if them numbers are real, which I don't fucking believe, right? If them numbers are real, which I do not fucking believe, I have the tools and resources, pay the shit like that. Even though the state of Nevada took every dollar we had in our fucking bank accounts, right? There's people that get money, there's people that make money. Guess what I do? Overnight. I fucking split seas, bro. The community is giving me this power. The community is giving me this ability. Because every single time someone that has represented me or my brand or has spoken for me and we've done something wrong, I'm the first motherfucker to call you and say, yo, let me fix it. So yeah, shit's fucked up. Yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about my wife, who's struggling. I have no fucking reason to lie to y'all.
Whoa.
None.
I didn't know he started getting emotional with it. Not to say that's anything different, but I got my man's like he feel like, you know. Damn.
Let me hear some questions, man. I spoke what I had to speak. I'll try my best to keep myself together. I'm not doing this because I need sympathy. I'm doing this because I need help. I've talked to 4 different lawyers, and every single one of them tell me, you'll win, but this shit's so fucked up, you won't get a dime.
My only thing is, and my biggest question, and it's not even a question more so like we don't believe you. It's not even a question of that. It's just more so like I stated before, like he answered a part, but he didn't answer the full thing. And that was basically as far as beforehand, when you got the contract sent, like, did you not, that part, did a lawyer look at that? And could a lawyer tell you at that point, like, fuck no, bro, do not sign this? That's the part I'm trying to understand. You know? Yeah, no, I know what his wife's going through. And I understand why he's emotional, but he, you know, this the first time he got like this, you know, and the people that think he's, because a lot of people, you know, I already knew this shit was like, I didn't think this shit was fake or him just, I knew this was like a real deal thing, and this means a lot to him, regardless of our relationship. I knew that. So, but for him to get vulnerable like that, you know, that takes a lot, you know, and for a man, you know, people don't want to come on social media and do that, and like I said before, I know TWOJs fairly well for the most part, and he's not an individual that would want to show that. You know, he wants to. He doesn't. He wouldn't. He wouldn't want that to be out.
All right, so if I'm not going to get a dime and I'm going to lose everything I have, well then fuck it, let me take them with me. That's what we're doing today. And I'm going to keep doing this every fucking day till these motherfuckers do what they got to do to make this shit right. And guess what? There is nothing they can do to make this shit right. I'm going to try though. I'm fucking going to try. What questions y'all got for me?
So you're gonna be answering some questions.
Oh, you're not gonna hear shit from them, but you're probably gonna see some sort of defamation and something that goes against what the fuck I'm saying. But goddamn, the amount of text messages and receipts I got are fucking crazy. It's crazy, bro. It says, "Do you think your support for Trump?" Yo, this is. You know what's funny is like.
Oh yeah.
This Trump shit, right? Because the question was, "Do you think your
Everybody been talking about the Trump because you know TWOJs took a picture with Trump. He was one of the individuals with this.
Support for Trump lost a lot of people's support towards you. If I lost your support over an opportunity to hang out with someone that is definitely going to create some engagement, fuck, so be it, bro. You know, y'all fucking talk shit when I was with Kamala. You talk shit when I'm with Trump. So what the fuck? Yo, be happy I'm not getting deported, bro. I'm like, come on, bro. I'm from the mud. Hanging out with presidents? I'm supposed to say no? That's a position you're supposed to acknowledge. You live in this fucking country. Is there urban necessities in Dubai? No, it's Saudi Arabia. Oh, look, man. Do you want me to talk about that fucking crazy deal that they fucked up? They have nothing to do with any of this. The people in Riyadh, love them. Family. Known them for 12 years. Did a spit handshake. Kept them for their word. Everything they said they were going to do, they have done. And then some. No issues with them. Personally. None. How can you help? Somebody's asking. Spread the fucking word. Tell people to get their shit out. Fucking, I'm not going to sit here and ask you to bombard or harass. I just need people to understand right now Urban Necessities is not doing really good business. And I am trying my best to get the attention of whoever the fuck I need to get attention to be able to do the right thing for the people. That's all I care about. That is all I care about. Yeah. I will hold up my head high, man. I appreciate it. What other questions you have for me? I mean, like I said, I spoke my piece, and I'm not fucking deleting this one. I know y'all know I've been putting up videos here and there and deleting them. Not deleting this one.
Yeah, and salutes to Aaron Miller, right? Y'all might think I'm, pro Trump. Some people have thought it especially because I'm a gun guy. Let's put it this way, bro. I honestly do feel like we got to get past the whole like, if you vote for somebody, like fuck you as an individual. Like I don't care if you voted for Kamala. I don't care if you voted for Trump. I don't care if you voted for Biden. Like that. Who you vote for? Politics does not reflect who you are as a person. Regardless of the fact if you're Republican or Democratic, we do share pretty much the same exact values of what we want for our kids in life. It's just the way we want to go about it. That's how I look at things. And that direction could be totally opposite. But we want betterment for our people in general. Just because you're a Republican don't mean that you're instantly racist. And just because you're Democratic don't mean that you're, just a social justice warrior or you hate white people. It's just like, I just think like we're starting to label those things too much. If the man voted for Trump, so be it. Like that's just his political ideologies, but it's not him as a person, vice versa for anybody. Exactly. It doesn't reflect who we are, but it could tell you, it could tell you a lot, but the thing is at the same time, like it can also tell you like people grow up just differently. This is what it is. Like, if it's not like racism, those are things that like are just horrible. Prejudice, racism, and all that. But if you're from the South, you grew up with the mentality of you might be a more conservative person. Where if you from the West, you might be a little bit more progressive. It's not. I don't know. I'm independent. People always think that I'm Republican. People because I like guns, and then I grew up in a Democratic home. I've always voted Democratic, but I'm not. As I gotten older, I don't align myself with one ideology. I go with what I think will work for the country, for the betterment of my people, you know. And at the same time, like, I'm not afraid to call either side. Trump said we wasn't going to be involved in any wars. We're involved in this little war going on now, you know. Not little war, but this thing going, this situation going on now. It's just that's a whole nother video though, right? Let's continue on.
How does the community help me? I think the first thing is, I don't know what the number is. Because when I was first addressed with the number, I'm like, that's it? That's the problem? Now I'm like, yo, is that real? That doesn't make sense. How did it jump this much in a week? And now it's like, I feel like every time I go in there thinking it's one thing, it's a fucking another thing. And it's like, why? Yes, I want to help people. Yes, I'm going to try. And even if I can't fucking do it the way that I'm telling you, which is get back in there, fucking pack everybody's shit, send it. And then, yo, here's a fucking check immediately. I just sold my house, fucking whatever the fuck else, right? Like, even if I can't do it that way, the only other way for me to fucking do this is to hope that when I create some sort of relief fund, right, I'll be able to get the fucking access to be able to see who the fuck is over. I might not be able to see that. Realistically, I might not be able to see that until this whole shit is taken down, till the fucking people do what they got to do and see who the fuck is owed. And then somebody's going to say, Jay, this is how much is owed. Can you got it? And then I'm going to be able to say yes or no. And if this number is fucking giraffe pussy, yo, bro, I'm gonna need help.
Whoa. Hold on now, 2Js. What the hell you get that giraffe pussy at? Now, come on, chat. That nigga said that shit's giraffe pussy. I mean, if y'all know me, y'all know my lingo. I'm just saying that you know, that when he said that, I was like, hold on, that's some shit I would say. Some giraffe pussy?
This whole shit is taken down till the fucking people do what they got to do and see who the fuck is owed. And then somebody's going to say, Jay, this is how much is owed. Can you got it? And then I'm going to be able to say yes or no. And if this number is fucking giraffe pussy, yo, bro, I'm going to need help. I'm going to need help. I'm not saying I'm not going to fucking try to handle it, but, you know, like, and yeah, yesterday I made it about my wife. I made it about the fact that I got fired. Today, I'm telling you, I'm making it about the 37,850 plus fucking consigners that are at that brand that I don't even know how much you're owed, how much of your shit is there. Like, I don't know. I fucking don't know. I know that's not the answer you don't want to hear. I am being as fucking truthful and as transparent as I possibly could be because it has been 3 years since I've been able to tell anybody anything. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried the podcast shit. I don't have a fucking, I'm all over the place. As you can see with this shit going on. And then everybody that I got fucking around me that I've had to try to help, I have not been able to instill efficient work environment for them given to the things that are going on. What's up there with Joni? She's struggling. Has lost over 60 pounds in the last 2 months. Sometimes it's hard for her to even walk. She might pass out just walking. Struggles eating.
Come on,
fighting
man.
for her fucking life.
Yeah, stop asking them questions about his
fighting for her life.
Trying to.
And while she's fighting for her life, bank account empty. Because people want to sit here and not even let us know about them letters they're sending, them phone calls they're making, or the emails they're sending. Oh, can't see the email. Email got deleted the second I got fired. I don't want to create a GoFund. I don't want to ask for money. I don't even know what the fuck I'm asking for. How do I ask for something I don't know? I don't even know what we need. You want to help? Pray. You want to help? Tell folks. I need people to tell folks. You want to help? Tell Joni. How come Nevada took your money? Department of Taxation, sales tax. You kind of got to pay that. I ain't really paid it that well since I left. Oh, do I got connects? Yeah. I got friends that are reaching out to attorney generals. I got friends that are reaching out to folks at the FBI. I got friends that are lawyers. I got friends on both sides of politics. I'm telling. I'm gonna fucking talk all day long. I can fight. Y'all know, if you watch any of my fucking videos, ever see me outside or ever saw me in that store, you know I can fucking talk. We're gonna talk until we get a resolution. It might not be the rest.
So it seems like based upon, and I could be wrong, okay? I could be wrong, but this based upon like what we're seeing here, once they hit him up about, hey man, we might be going bankrupt. I just need to let you know because, you know, you want a liability. That's when 2J is like, wait, what? And then that's when all this shit started. All the talking started happening because that's obviously when he realized, and that was, like I said, 4 days ago on the 20th. I feel like it was before that though. But that's what it seems like now.
Resolution that everybody wants. It might not be the final happy ending that I thought I was going to get and go off in the sunset and be Wilson hanging out on a beach with my own fucking little Wilson fucking, volleyball. But hey, here we are. The plan for the post-consignment resolution, right? If this was a movie scenario, right? I fucking somehow, by the grace of God, find a way to generate enough revenue in bringing this awareness through selling my things that I could run a business that is given the chance to try to right wrongs. I don't know if I could do that. It's been 3 years of shit business. 3 years of people looking at crazy ass fucking prices, crazy ass consignment rates, and horrible ass communication, right? How the fuck do I fix that, right? Are there people that would fucking jump in there and say, yo, Jay, let me help you. You're a stand-up dude. Fuck yeah, all day long. I got it going on right now. But why would I bring anybody into this bullshit? Why? I just want to make sure that we do what's right for the consigners. That is where my heart, that is where my mind, that is where my focus is besides my family. So yeah, they got more money than me. Yeah, they just won whatever the fuck it was that happened the fuck over there. Whatever, I don't even know what the fuck happened there. Right? But laws are laws. Paper is black and white. Right? I'm responsible for the liabilities. And here I am in front of you telling you that we'll find a way. It's not going to happen overnight. And it might not be.
What I think this could be, and what I think he's doing, he might not even know he's doing this, but by him going live and him expressing this, being just trying to be brutally honest and being what he's being, he's then allowing it to be if he does get this, if he does get his ownership back, the people now have some sort of communication from TWOJs, and they should have some sort of understanding at least. Okay, TWOJs, I see what you're going through, and you guys owe me, and people may be willing to work with him, to help him get back on his feet. So that's probably his best route at this point. Yeah, he's gonna have to sell some shit and get back right, but he's gonna have to have an understanding with his co-signers to get them back right as well. So this is the best thing you could do, is speak to people and speak to the internet, because obviously if you're gonna be taking this shit back over, now people at least know, like, all right, well, I've been seeing he been going in for the past couple of months. It's communication rules a lot of things. So, and I do think he can make it right. I do think he could get it back. The only issue is, I stated before to you guys, is that like reselling shit, that shit ain't the same no more, bro. It ain't really the same. So like, people go to Urban Necessities. I can't fully speak for this, but what I'm trying to say, and this might be right, but I feel like same way when it comes to SneakerCon, the same way with Urban Necessities. Like SneakerCon for me, right, at least, I don't go to SneakerCon to buy shoes or sell shoes, right? I went to SneakerCons to see sneakers, see friends, network, me personally as a creator, make content, me as a creator also sell merch. Those were my incentives. For some people out there that don't do any type of content creation, right? They might have went to SneakerCon to just be around shoes and see their friends and maybe see creators they like and network and mingle around as well. Like they went to these type of things more so as a gathering of a kickback and more so relaxed. Then you do have the people that come to buy, and you do have the people, maybe you do go to sell, but there's different reasonings. And I feel like when it comes to Urban Necessities, people in Vegas, they may be out there shopping, so they might have money to spend and blow, don't get me wrong. But Urban Necessities is kind of like, in my opinion, almost like a goddamn Ripley's Believe It or Not. Like, I'm not saying you should charge people to go in there, but if he could charge people to go in there, he would make more money daily on that than selling shoes. And what I mean by that is, like, you go into Urban Necessities, you're gonna see these so crazy sought after shoes that you could never imagine seeing. You're gonna see them probably for the first time in real life. You're gonna see Eminem 4s. You're gonna see the LV Air Force Ones. Like, you're gonna see these shoes that you could only imagine the dream of having, or the shoes that you saw Fat Joe wearing on courtside back in 20. Like, you're gonna see those type of things. A lot of people ain't gonna have that money to buy that. Now, some people will, and I'm pretty sure they make money off their consignment. Don't get me wrong, but you're going to see shoes that you've never seen before in person. You can see those Tokyo 5s. You can see those one-on-one Travis Scotts or sample this or whatever. Like, you're going to see things like that. And that's how Urban Necessities, I feel like, is become too, I wouldn't go into Urban Necessities to buy a shoe, but I would go in Urban Necessities to see what they got. Now, if they got some shit, maybe, I'm not saying I wouldn't 100%, but it wouldn't be my first thought. I just want to be like, oh, I want to see what they got in here. Oh, shit, they got the 2018 da-da-das or the, shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I get where I'm coming from.
And it's definitely not the answer you want to hear or the one I want to give, but this is where we're at. So, if and when you regain control, do you intend to continue with consignment? Will you be clearing? Well, it depends on how bad the number is. And do I have the liquidity to fucking run that business in the amount of time? Like, at some point, I gotta count my losses, right? The only things I care about are my taxes and the consigners. 37,850 of them. So I'm not good at math. Clearly, I'm not good at math. But if my average consigner had, I don't know, 10 items, and the average dollar per transaction, 3 years ago was $500, what type of fucking number is that? Right? Like, if I were to be able to fix it, if I had the tools to stick around for a long time, I think it's a safe assessment that if I tried to do consignment, it would probably be a little hard for me. Right? And I would definitely have to retool, repackage, incentivize, motivate. That's so far down the road. So far down the road. It's so far down the road, I don't even know if it's even realistic. Is C's affected? C's was bought out from the brand a long time ago. A long time ago. C's made out good. And C's will never tell it. C's will never tell it. C's was never one to talk about anything. Good on him. We'll leave it at that. He knows the real. I think you added one too many zeros there, bro. What am I doing for work right now? Right now, I can't work because, I've been trying to fucking start shit, but I can't technically work because my focus is now back on this shit, right? And I know the laws have changed in the world, but currently there's a clause in there that even if I wanted to work, I couldn't. So everything's on limbo. I'm selling my shit though. To be ready for lawyers and life and whatever. Heat check, I did not see your comment above. Let me scroll up. Just rewrite it again or copy and paste it and drop it again, bro. Hard to be friends with people that just tell you they're here for a check. There's some consigners that haven't been paid in 3 years while you're asking. Speak to Mayor almost every day. Mayor said it was a good idea that I got on the thing. Sympathize with Joe. Joe's a stand-up dude. That's some bullshit he going through. That shit, man, that shit don't even make no sense. Okay, so let's talk about the money that I got paid out since somebody said I got paid $3 million on the way up. We did it. Joni got a paycheck for supposed $2 million that never came in its entirety. A fraction of what we should have sold for. Because again, it wasn't about taking money up front. We had money before the fucking deal happened. Right? Y'all forget that I paid $2 million out of my fucking pocket to put that store together. Right? So Joni agrees to take $2 million. Well, there's taxes that take shit with zeros and commas right out. Right? So that's gone. 300,000 gone. Right? So fuck, if I just coughed up, we just coughed up 700 between taxes and fucking lending people money. What am I left with? All right, well, damn, that sounds about like an M to me, right? That's like an M, right? I'm not good at math. What do we do with $1 million in the last 3 years?
Solution so much so, still can't understand how people take over a profit-making business and then they eventually bring that business to the ground. Well, they hop into a company, a business they have no idea about, and start switching shit up, which was initially in place, and then you sink the ship. Like think of your household. Your life, your household, all of us here, right? We have ways of how money's coming in, money's coming out. Some of us may live paycheck to paycheck, or some of us live on a tight type of lifestyle, and maybe some of us just live with a good amount of money regardless, right? We have things in place where, okay, on the 7th I'm getting paid here. That money on the 7th is going to go towards a mortgage, and then but I got this amount of money in here now. I'm going to use that for this. You got things where you're moving all this shit around, right? The thing is, you've probably been in a tight space before. Salutes to Andrew in the building. 30 months in the motherfucking building. I appreciate you. But what I'm saying is you guys move all these pieces around, right? And you know, especially if you living in a tight type of revolving of income, if one of those things get misconstrued, nigga, the whole thing can topple down. I was in that situation. I've been in the situation where things got to line up the right way. You ever been in a situation when the paycheck hits the day before the mortgage hits? You know what I'm saying? There's certain ways so you can come into a business that is flowing and moving, but you take one little part out like Jenga and that whole shit collapses because you ain't pulling the right pieces. 2Js know how to move it around. So 2Js, where they talking about he doing personal deals or embezzling shit, he might embezzled, he might have took $10,000 worth of shoes and sold them over here to do something to cook up and then bring that money and put it right back in. And then maybe even pay interest. Who knows? Like, the thing is, sometimes you got to do shit like that. I've had to do shit like that where I've had to take money from one of my businesses to pay for something else in another business to then double back, pay that back later. But I had to make my ends meet. You feel me? It happened even with the big ass companies. Look what happened in the auto industry with Hoonigan. The suits moved in and then talent left. That's what I'm saying, you know? That's just how it be. But 3 years, like what? I mean, yeah, 3 years. It seems like it wasn't like he just now recently got completely removed, but I get what you're saying. I'm not at all disagreeing. I can't understand it either, but obviously they seem like they thought they knew what they were doing and they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. But once again, salutes 30 months, Andrew, on that one. I appreciate you coming through, man.
Well, that's easy. I bought 2 houses. I bought 2 houses to help family members. One that I knew for 30 years and brought them over, try to help them out. And then another one that eventually got rented out for the store. Right? Now, here's the irony in this shit. I'm going to have to sell the 2 houses to fucking pay somebody for some shit. I ain't been there in 3 years. Don't feel bad for me. Don't feel bad for me. It didn't work out. Shit happens every day. Right? So yeah, go ahead and tell this narrative that we took all this bread and we fucking walked off into the sunset and drove off in fucking Rolls Royces and this and that and this and that. But let's leave out the part where you were actually fucking cooking crazy as fuck before the whole shit even happened, and we didn't even need your fucking bread. I needed help. I asked for help.
Hey, salutes, by the way.
This energy went?
Salutes, by the way. I just realized we got some new members in the building, guys. Salutes to the good guy. I don't know if you're in here right now. You joined 3 days ago. Salutes to the good guy. Salutes to Big Money Sonny, Beneficial Empowering, Trevor Rock, and The Law in the building for our membership. We just started up the memberships over here on the channel. We got a whole entire tier list. If you want to become a member, check out the pinned comment. It supports the channel, mainly supports the live stream content going over here. Live streaming is definitely different than producing video content. I would love to continue doing live streaming as well. And, the donations, whether it's the super chats or the links anonymously, guys, those really matter a lot and help this channel continue to grow in the live streaming category. But one thing that is free and that I would love for y'all to do for me, if you can't donate, you can't become a member, please hit the like button. We have 221 people in here right now. 221 people are in the building. We need to get these likes up because it should be no reason why we're not even past 100. Let's just check the like button. Let's just see. I got to take a break. We're at 60. We got to get to 100 likes, y'all. Y'all got it. We got 241 across all platforms. Salute to everybody over on Kick and Twitch as well. We need to get the likes up. Get them up to 100, guys. Let's get them up to 100. We got 200 of y'all in here, 227 on YouTube, and 66 likes. Let's get them up to 100. It shouldn't be that much. I'm taking a little break. We're not even taking a little break, but we're going to wait. I'm going to let you guys get caught up. Just hit that like button. Let's jump that shit up to 100 real quick. We're at 67 right now. Let's get it popping. What's going on, man? We got a video dropping later on the night too. So we got a video dropping later on the night. We got some dope content coming up this upcoming weekend as well. And we got a whole nother video after this one of 2Js. So we got a lot going on. We're almost finished with this one, luckily. So we're going to go on to the next one afterwards. So if you guys are just getting in, you might want to go grab yourself some popcorn, grab you something to drink real quick, get on the couch, sit back and relax, and just enjoy yourself, okay? Because we do have a lot going on. Let's get it up. 78, 78, 78. Let's get it up, man. We almost there. 78. 79. Come on. Hit that like. Hit that like. Let's get it to 100 so I can press play. When we hit to 100, I'm going to press play. I know y'all got it in y'all, man. Y'all got it. Y'all can hit that like. It's easy. It's free. It's free. 80. 20 more likes, guys. Come on. Hit the like. Let's get it to 100 at least. Let's get it to 100 at least. I'm just asking for 100 likes. 226 in the building, man. 226 in the building, man. 226 in the building right now. If you like the streams, guys, we're doing more and more live streams. We're doing more and more live streams if you like these. So this is a new method of madness over on the channel. I've been out of the loop for a couple of days now. Unfortunately, this past Sunday, I lost one of my beloved animals, which was like a son to me, my chunky bear. Very devastating, very traumatic. One of the worst experiences of my whole entire life. I lost a lot of close people in my family. And, you know, I just want to make sure that, you know, he's a part of another reason of, you know, me striving to be great, man. Yeah, I just want, you know. Just want to say honor to Chunky. We're about to start it back up, though. We're at 94. We're about to start it back up. We're about to start it back up, guys. We're about to start it back up. We're almost there. I know y'all been waiting. I know I put y'all on pause real quick. I just got to get them. We got to get 100. We got to get 100. We got to get 100. Where we at? 94? 94. Come on, guys. We're right there. We're about to hit it. We're about to hit it. I'm about to hit it. All right, we're going to go ahead and run it, y'all. We're going to go ahead and run it. Let's keep it going. Let's get it.
When I was with Trump. You know what's funny is I wore a shirt next to him that said, I'm not an influencer. Then he looked at me. He said, a lot of people like you got tattoos. You think if I got a face tat, people would vote for me? You know me being the comedian I am. I'm like, yo, bro, if you get a face tat, especially after just freeing Kodak, you're going to have a whole different demo fucking with y'all. Why y'all so mad at me? Did I ever say who the fuck I voted for? I don't remember saying who I voted for. You tell me you wouldn't have taken the two. Yo, bro, if you can't read through the math and this shit don't add up to you, then, bro, I'm sorry, bro. You missed the whole fucking shit. And so when this shit goes to wherever it got to go, to courts, whatever, and they take my fucking contracts and they look at it, and they see that the fiduciary responsibilities were not abided, that legally they were supposed to fucking report to the country, the state, that we were no longer a part of the fucking business, and then you're just sitting here taking loans out? How does that not? And then it don't add up, but yet I'm sitting here telling you, yo, I want to pay it. It frustrates me we can't talk about certain shit, bro. All right, I got a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna go fucking back to enjoy my monster. And because Mike, you asked how am I liable for the money?
That pussy popping on a handstand.
Salutes, man.
Been watching you since I was in middle school. I'm 24 now. One of the realest sneaker YouTubers, unlike two-faced kicks. Keep up the streams. Fire emoji. Fire emoji. Fire emoji. Fire emoji.
Salutes to Tweezy in the building, man. Been watching you since I was in middle school. I'm 24 now. One of the realest sticker YouTubers, unlike two-faced kicks. Keep up the stream. Salutes. I appreciate that, man. No disrespect to 2Js if you see that, you know, but that's his personal opinion. Tweezy has his personal opinion of you. But I appreciate that, Tweezy, man. I really appreciate that, man. We're going to keep it pushing, keep it trucking, all right? Let's get it. And salutes to everybody in the comment section. I appreciate your condolences, y'all. I really appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And we there, G-Face. We there. We there.
Again, I signed the contract, yes, where I agreed to take on some of the liabilities. But at no point in time did we discuss, hey, take the liabilities because we're going to fucking steal every fucking dollar out of it. Or we're going to itemize it out to our businesses. That wasn't the fucking plan. The plan was, yo, I'm going to do this. You're going to do that. We're going to do this together. This shit's going to go to the fucking moon. Bro, I just, right out the gate, the first shit we did was open a store in fucking Saudi. Right out the gate. Then shit got weird. Then I checked on a bunch of shit. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck is going on. DMC, I seen your comment a few times. I appreciate you, bro. But honestly, I don't even know what we're supposed to be doing. I don't even want to, like, yo, I do not want to ask for a singular dime or help from anybody, monetarily, for some shit that I do not even understand where the fucking floor is for this shit. How was consignor payments done before, right? So obviously the business blew up. This business generated hundreds of millions of dollars. You know my story. You don't know my story. I started with nothing. The shit used to be on paper. It got to the point where it fucking was too much. It was just me and Joey. I needed genuine help. Like, the business wasn't skipping payments because it couldn't make payments. The business was missing payments when we were running it because we generally just couldn't do the work in time, right? And when shit was getting pointed out, we fucking paid it. Ask around, bro. I never not paid anybody. Did I make a couple payments late? Yeah, sure fucking did. Not running from that. Difference now, you sell your shit, it eventually tells you you sold your shit. And then they take it and they put it in a fucking check, and then they put it in, they just fucking tuck it. And if you don't fucking talk enough shit, who knows when you're getting paid? That's the difference. So yeah, when you guys are sitting here asking me, how can I help? How can I help? Talk about what's going on. Positive, negative, talk about it, bro. Because everything that's going on in that business right now, in my opinion, is very fucking wrong. Every single part of it is very fucking wrong. Right? I want to take the steps to try to correct some of the wrongs. Some of the wrongs. The wrongs that I want to correct are the tax implications that it has, and the consignor. I want to take care of the consignors. If they are numbers that I am able to cover. And if I'm short and it's a reachable number, I want to talk about how together, if anybody's even willing to fucking help me, which again, I'm not asking anybody to fucking help me. I'm not asking anybody to fucking help me. I'm telling you, I will fucking do what I got to do. And at some point, I fucking take care of it, right? If I can. If that number is not what they're telling me, if what I see when forensic accountants go in there, and I see that them P&Ls are cooked and you've been fucking taking dollar after dollar after dollar after dollar, there is no fucking way I can sit here and say, I'm going to fucking sell everything I have to fucking, and guys, again, in this scenario, in both of these scenarios, I don't get to keep anything except for one thing. It's a singular thing I get to keep. My fucking name. Because that's all I came in with, and that's all I'm ever going to fucking leave with. My fucking name. That's it. So, you put 999,999 people out of a fucking whatever, million, billion, trillion, gazillion, one person will do it. One person will do the right thing. If I don't fucking do it, who will? Not asking for sympathy. I'm just asking for you to hold me accountable. Help me get the ability to fucking be held accountable. And then give me the time to do what I need to do. That's it. I appreciate you guys taking time. I appreciate you listening to me. I apologize for the energy that I'm showing, but understand, I'm fucking angry. Very angry because I worked my whole fucking life to be able to build something that I had an appreciation for, and still do, by the way. Genuinely do. I genuinely love what that fucking shit was. That was all walks of life from all over the world coming in and being able to coexist, interact, and share the same appreciation they have for things in this world, and not looked at as a fucking weirdo, not fail, out of place. That shit was different, man. When that shit was booming, lines around the fucking mall. More foot traffic than Louis. Like crazy fucking numbers. And I never did it for the fucking bread. I did it because I genuinely enjoyed this shit. You know, like, and I'm thankful that I got to hold the light for as long as I did with all the shit that was going on. I didn't even know what was going on, right? And now I sit here and I look at it. I walk past. I go to that mall here and there. And bro, when I walk, because I park in the same fucking spot because I'm a creature of habit, right? I fucking walk past this shit. I can't even fucking make my neck turn in that direction. Can't even look at it.
That's crazy. Imagine
I am genuinely concerned for consigners. I am genuinely concerned for the product. I am desperately trying to get back in that fucking building. I have asked for the ability to be able to see the books. I have asked for the ability to be able to look at the inventory. I have asked to be able to see the process for consigners to get their shit back. And I'm still fucking waiting. I got offered the business back 100%. You can have it back as is. I can't take it as is. I could take it. I'll take it back. I'll take it back if I am provided the funds that business will need to be able to exist for at least 45 days while it takes me that time to fucking send shit back. And I will only take it back after there's been forensic accounting happening and that the inventory they're telling me is there, right? I'm concerned. You know why? Because there was a whole window full of shit there yesterday. You know how many fucking pictures I got today of an empty window? An empty window. Yo, that's fucking 150 feet of window. 150 feet of window. There ain't shit in the window. Man. I used to have 70,000 pairs of sneakers in that store when I was booming. 70,000 pairs of sneakers when I was fucking booming. When I did that ESPN shit, there was 7,000 pairs on that fucking wall. 7,000 pairs. I walked in that motherfucker the other day. I don't think I saw 1,500 on the wall.
That's crazy.
I could keep going. I could keep going. And I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to keep talking. And I'm going to start sharing texts. You don't want to see the text messages these staff members are telling you, sending me. You don't want to see, you don't, like, you know what I do want to, I want to talk to? I want to talk to every single employee that had to sign an NDA on the way out. Before Urban. Even during Urban. I would love to talk to those consigners. Fetish, it was 70,000 pairs in the store, 7,000 on the wall. 1,500 is what I saw on the wall. I don't know what I saw in the back, but it didn't feel like 70,000 because when it was 70,000, you could barely walk around in the back, right? But back to what I was saying. I would love to talk to every single person that feels like that wasn't right. I wonder if there's any class action stuff there. So yeah, again, mad, very. Because for 3 years, if you go into certain Facebook groups and you see the people going like this, talking about, man, the motherfuckers ain't paying over there, and then I'm getting tagged, and then I finally, I ain't got no shame. I jump right in there. Yo, you should probably blow them up on social media. You should probably go in there, ask for shit.
Ooh, that pussy
and
popping
send rep receipts.
on a handstand.
Right? Accountability. Accountability. I've never ran from it.
Ooh,
Appreciate
that
y'all.
pussy popping on a handstand.
All right, hold on. So I just gifted out some memberships to some people for the brand new memberships here, but hopefully it doesn't do that shit 10 times in a row.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta make sure this mutes, man. Nah, so wait, Troll did a live yesterday? Where?
Ooh, that
On
pussy
YouTube?
popping on a handstand.
All right, it's gonna do this 10 times, guys. So we got one more video also. Did Troll Mageddon do a video on this?
Ooh, that pussy popping on a
Oh,
handstand.
man.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
Yeah, that's the gift. That's the subs, man. So I just gave out 10 memberships,
Ooh,
man.
that pussy popping on a handstand.
You know, now with that said, you guys got you should got new badges right there as well. So check out the badges. And I don't know, but you should also get some emotes. So it did pick random.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
It did pick randomly. I didn't like pick and choose who the gifts went to, so it's random. But you should also maybe get like I stated before, emotes.
Ooh,
I don't know.
that pussy popping on a handstand.
That's an old school sound effect right there. But enjoy that. You know, it is a 1 month membership over on the channel. It will cancel out unless you decide to continue it on.
Ooh, that pussy popping on a handstand.
It's gonna be done. We're gonna get into the second video. So now we had this video that he did right here, and then we got this one as well. So we're gonna get into this one. This one's a little bit longer, guys. So we're gonna actually be doing the 1.5 on here, and I think this is where he actually has Sneaker Fetish come on and speaks about it. So yeah. Now, Fat Boy, you said on IG. Okay, I gotta check that out. What was he talking about?
I'm trying really hard.
Here you go.
I'm trying really hard to not laugh at that bullshit ass statement I read today. Holy shit.
Okay, so
That was some bullshit.
So this is him responding to the comment. If you guys are coming in, we have 189. If you are familiar, so he did that stream. He did this stream, obviously, and then Urban Necessities responded with this statement, which we'll read one more time because some of y'all probably weren't here. So he did that. So while we are aware of the ongoing statements about Urban Necessities, while we prefer to handle legal matters privately, we will feel it's necessary to clarify a few key points. From start, we enter this partnership with integrity and genuine belief in the brand. Despite our efforts, including investing millions of dollars and working in good faith, the relationship faced serious challenges, much of which occurred behind the scenes. Out of respect for those involved, we've remained quiet, but the truth is we've endured significant losses. Mismanagement management by JC, including mishandling of funds and taxes, only came to the light after we got involved. Despite this, we tried to keep the business afloat while he acted in ways that undermined those efforts. So this is where they throw in these accusations. Let's not separate facts from feelings. JC engaged in self-dealing, stole product, which is crazy, and embezzled company funds, which is also crazy. His attempts to portray himself as the victim ignores the reality of his actions. We've been working to return full ownership to Urban Necessity of Urban Necessities to him, and that process is nearly complete. We're grateful for everyone who supported us and the brand. We still wish the best for the entire team and all those involved, but we won't stay silent with the false narratives. Salutes to El Ninzo. What's going on? Me and Rena Hack Childs. Yeah, Childs, they are family, man. Exactly. El Ninzo, I don't know if you're still here. Let me know. Salutes to Trusted. Can you grab the camera? Can you grab the camera with your right hand for a Lamar Jackson edit? Sure. There you go. Do you want it on the big screen or something, though? You want me to big screen it, Treston? Okay, here we go. GG's pussy popping on. Show him, Fat Boy. Show him the pussy popping. We got the pussy popping badge, the W badge, a GG badge, and a crying emoji. Those are my new emotes. We're gonna have more as well. So the GGs and dubs are more so when we do that gaming and stuff. I actually need to get some better ones. I actually have some pretty dope ones over on Twitch as well that I might bring over here. We got a lot over on Twitch that I need to bring over. So I gotta get those back. So yeah. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get into this next video. This one is gonna be even better, I heard.
Yo, you really expect the world to believe? You really expect the world to believe I mismanaged money and that you weren't aware of the mismanagement of money, but you signed off to take 50% of this business and then you want to give it back to me? You're negotiating with me, giving it back to me. And that you want to make a statement saying that we're in the process of giving it back to me. When I have told you time and time again that the reality of this is that we're partners. 50% partners, right? 50% partners. I have two guys that are partners. One of them tries to talk to me and says, I want to take accountability, but then tells me in the same breath that he doesn't have any operational say. So how can you take accountability? That's the first one. Then the one that does have accountability doesn't even have the decency to pick up the phone or sit at a meeting when I drop everything I'm doing to go try to figure this out. Now, here's the crazier part, right? Where the fuck is the money? Where the fuck is the money? I want to help me understand how I mismanage money on a business that I have not touched money for this business in 3 years. And the lifestyle that I have funded, right? The lifestyle that I've funded has been based off of content that I've created. A secondary business that I have that was doing pretty well for itself before you guys came in. A lot of these things that I have were here before any of you guys came in, right? And so here's my real question about the money, right? I don't have access to the bank accounts. I don't go to the bank. Shit, the one time that I went to the bank during this whole fucking little problem we were having, I said, hey man, I'm going to go to the bank and I'm going to go pull the money out because I'm going to put it on a money order because I feel this is the only way that I could get your attention to actually have a conversation with me. The one time that I actually tried to pull money out, outside of trying to buy sneakers at SneakerCon with store money that the store had at the time to do, right? So now there's money coming in, right? Because some of the bills got to be getting paid, correct? Some of the bills got to be getting paid, correct? Because again, I haven't been there in 3 fucking years as far as an operational standpoint or a financial standpoint. I don't have nothing to do with that for the last 3 years, right? The store hasn't closed. You closed the one that I told you not to open. That when the day comes that I have to give my phone to somebody, which man, that day can't come soon enough because boy, I got so much shit in text messages, emails, and receipts. I can't scroll fast enough because of how much my phone is blowing up with text messages and emails and just the thoughts, and I'm writing shit down and all this other stuff, right? Somehow, even though I mismanaged the money in the last 3 years of an account that I've made absolutely no wires to out of, I've never pulled any money out of this fucking thing. The lights are still on. Employees are still paid. You know what's crazy is that when I was there, and I understand the world changed. The world changed. 99% of my revenue is happening in store for years. 99% of my revenue is happening in store for years. I am having to put every single day, every transaction that goes into this bank account, it's just going into this bank account to pay the fucking responsibilities that the business has every single day. And like everybody else's bank account, business or personal, you put parameters for the business to actually tell you like if you're low. So for the last however the fuck long, since you guys actually stopped doing business correctly, I start getting notifications that the funds are low. Well, fuck. The store hasn't closed. Some money got to be coming in. Where the fuck is that money going? Let me guess. If I had to take a guess, another bank account got opened. Another bank account had to have been opened. Man, I would hate to find out that my name is on that fucking bank account, right? Especially when I have no operational say, and that couldn't be something that I could technically legally do. And then, if this bank account got opened, and my name's not on the fucking bank account, if my name's not on that bank account, and in the eyes of the state, you haven't reported what one of the first problems were that I addressed to you is that in the fucking very contract that you wrote to us, the contract that you wrote to us, you had a fiduciary responsibility to advise the state that Joni was no longer a managing member. And then when you let go of me, you're supposed to kind of let me go as a managing member. But you're not doing that because you're fucking doing fraud, bro. You're sitting here taking all the money, you're creating all these accounts, and you're going to sit here and blame the shit back on me. Imagine. Check this out. My first deal. Receipts. My first deal. I get a fucking text message.
Okay. So because we are like all over the place. So he started off, he's talking about them saying that he embezzled. Obviously, we don't know what the fuck. They didn't. They are, UN's wrong for that statement of saying what he did. He embezzled money, he stole product and did this without actually providing actual evidence, or not even evidence, but like actually giving us, like you should have given us some actual like details of this. Like you can't just say that shit out of nowhere, because obviously like, okay, when the fuck did he did this? What specific event did he do this on? Like I don't know, that's just kind of wild and confusing if you ask me, right there.
Man, should I share it? Should I share it? Or I'll share it later. I'll share it later because I don't want to get caught up in. I got so many fucking screenshots. I'll share it later. If I was so wrong, if I was stealing for so long, if I was stealing and I was doing all the bullshit that you just wrote in that fucking text, but somehow, you want to give it back to me, and you're telling the world that you're going to give it back to me, but I don't see why in my logical mind I would take 100% of the liability for something you own 50% of, right? Here, world, this was the offer they gave me. Hey, Jay, we'll give you 100% of the business right now, 1 hour after the fucking post. Oh, here's $100,000, and we'll give you that later, right? The first deal you gave me when I pointed out that you had all these fucking problems with me, or I had all these problems with you because you were doing janky fucking business, you say, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to give you this money. You know why? Because you were trying to raise money for my business. A business that you yourself said my business was worth $20 million at one point. A business that I'm like, yo, bro, 20 million, I'm not good at math. I own half, right? So, okay, I own half. I don't want half. I want you to survive. I want you to make it work. I want you to be able to fucking carry this on to where the fuck it is that we talked about from the beginning, even if it's without me. I need you to survive, because if you can survive without me, anything that I do going forward is going to fucking work. It's going to help me. I can't even quantify to you guys how much this shit would help me if the brand actually worked without me. So I get a text and then a submission of a contract. $4.5 million to walk away. Does that sound like somebody? Do those sound like numbers you would give somebody that was thieving a fucking business, right? And then on top of that, I'm like, yo, I don't even want the money up front. Like, take a little bit of time, but make sure my wife is good. Make sure my wife is good. So give me $500 up front, pay my wife. You sit here and you come up with an agreement. I'll sit down for a little bit. I won't fucking non-compete. I'll shut the fuck up. I'll fucking be the ambassador that you want me to fucking. I'll be the ambassador that you need me to do. We'll make it a go away party. These aren't my words. These are yours.
Okay, hold on now. Because this is what we're talking about with the if he accepted that, though, that's exactly what he ended up being. He lost that operations thing. We just had him being an ambassador and smiling and showing face. Now he's saying that this is what they said to him. I need to play this back. We got to rewind it. If you're watching this on the playback and you want us uninterrupted, go to 2J's channel. Okay, this is gonna be interrupted and talked about, but I do want to hear this again because I'm trying to get the understanding of this. Is the initial contract here. This is Shoe Surgeon buying in the 50%.
These aren't. I'll fucking be the ambassador that you wanted up front. Pay me for that. It worked without me. So I get a text and then a submission of a contract. $4.5 million to walk away. Does that sound like somebody? Do those sound like numbers you would give somebody that was thieving a fucking business, right? And then on top of that, I'm like, yo, I don't even want the money up front. Like, take a little bit of time, but make sure my wife is good. Make sure my wife is good. So give me $500 up front, pay my wife. You sit here and you come up with an agreement. I'll sit down for a little bit. I won't fucking non-compete. I'll shut the fuck up. I'll fucking be the ambassador that you want me to fucking. I'll be the ambassador that you need me to do. We'll make it a go away party. These aren't my words. These are yours. These aren't my contracts. This is what you send me. Then I sit here, I sign it. You fucking leave me holding my dick for I don't even know how to fuck long, right? Then it goes from 4.5 to 3, 3 to 1, to $500,000 in product. Now you're going to hear a narrative and they're telling you, yo, Jay is stealing fucking product. You know what's crazy is when you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in product and consignment in your own fucking name and your consignment account disappears, and then when they're sitting there telling you, we're going to give you your shit back, and you're negotiating a fucking leave, and then the shit they're giving you back is your own shit, and then it's sitting there for months and months and months and months. And then I finally asked staff, yo, is this my shit? Sure is. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my shit because you're bullshitting. And you're sitting here and I'm recognizing the bullshit that you're doing. Did I go in there and take some product? Fucking right I did. I took my shit that had my name on it, that you motherfuckers deleted, right? We keep fighting. We keep going back and forth. And then, man, oh man. Then, let me just give you some key points of the last fucking contract that I signed. That still ain't been signed. I signed it October 8th. This is with Surgeon Worldwide, Joni, and JC. The purpose of the agreement. This is a business separation and asset swap. JC sells 50% of his interest in Urban Necessities to Surgeon Worldwide. In exchange, JC gets his name. He gets to keep 2J's kicks. Right? A repayment of $300,000. I'm not really good at math. I can't read. I think this part right here says $300,000 loan from Joni in monthly payments. Right? Acknowledgement of the inventory I took. JC's released from a non-compete, allowing him to pursue other ventures. I can't take employees from Urban Necessities, solicit contractors, or customers, and nor do I want to. For the record, if I open some other shit, they were fucking with me anyway. I don't gotta ask. I don't gotta take. I'm not a fucking thief. Non-disparagement agreement. Both sides agree not to make negative public statements. Fuck, we missed that one. Both parties agree to keep the business information private. I think we both missed that one.
I'm not trying to go back again, guys, but we heard the first contract. We heard it, right? $4 million. He signs that over and gets to walk away, be the ambassador and this and this and that. Did y'all hear that, right? I'm going to play it again and I'm going to skip back. But the reason why I'm having an issue and maybe our lack of understanding is because he said that he signed it and then he was kind of confused when he lost the operating side of things, right? Like he was confused or didn't understand how he was no longer an operating manager. And when we looked at the timeline, he basically became an employee. But when we listened to the actual part right there, he said he signed and was able to walk away and be an ambassador and shake hands. So when you sign and that happened, I'm confused if 2Js knew that that was the case. Because if you knew that was going to be the case as being an ambassador, then you shouldn't have been caught off guard about losing operations. Let's listen to that again, guys, and y'all tell me, chat, so I can understand. We'll come back to that portion.
Contract. $4.5 million.
Here it goes. Listen, because last time I did this, guys, there like people were clowning me in the comments saying that I was the slowest person here and that, but I'm just trying to make sure we all understand this. Like, this is something we're all unraveling together. Salutes to Andrew in the building, sample team 6.
Without me. So I get a text and then a submission of a contract.
This is the initial contract, guys. This is the contract that they signed, the first contract together for 50%.
$4.5 million to walk away. Does that sound like somebody? Do those sound like numbers you would give somebody that was thieving a fucking business?
So what he's saying right here, and we're going to break it down. Maybe y'all know, and maybe I'm stupid, and I'm the slow nigga here. That's fine, but I'm going to be slow because I want to get understanding. He's saying that the contract was $4.5 million, and that he's saying that if Urban Necessities is out here claiming that I'm stealing product, doing personal dealings, they're claiming that I'm embezzling money. If they're claiming to do all these things, why would they offer me $4.5 million? I guess their response would be, well, we didn't know about that until after the deal. We didn't know you was doing that. That would be their response, more than likely. But this is the initial offer, $4.5 million for 50%.
Right? And then, on top of that, I'm like, yo, I don't even want the money up front.
Okay, so cool. You don't have to give me the $4.5 million right now.
Like, take a little bit of time, but make sure my
take a little bit of time, so maybe monthly payments, but make sure that my wife is good.
wife is good.
I don't know what that means. Does that mean that Joni, because we do know that Joni was a big time Joni was a big time part of the company. Like they would say she was the heart of the company. So I guess she must have had her own deal alongside with 2Js, maybe, because it seems like take care of her, get me 500. I don't know if that meant a part of that 4.5, pay me 500 and pay her, or she had her own deal. We don't know.
Make sure my wife is good. So give me 500 up front.
Give me 500 up front.
Pay my wife.
Pay my wife.
You sit here and you come up with an agreement. I'll sit down for a little bit.
I'll sit down for a little bit.
I won't fucking non-compete. I'll shut the fuck up.
I won't non-compete. So meaning he's not going to go out and make other companies. He's not going to do any other ventures. He's still going to be a part of the company. Walk away, I don't understand that part yet. I don't understand what that walk away means.
I'll fucking be the ambassador that you want me to fucking...
I'll be the ambassador that you want me to be. Ambassador meaning that you're just the face of the company.
I'll be the ambassador that you need me to do. We'll make it a go-away party.
Go-away party. I don't know what that means either. Walking away and going away party means that you're like leaving the company. But I don't understand that part.
These aren't my words. These are yours.
Okay. These are not 2J's words. This is the words of Shoe Surgeon giving. This is what Shoe Surgeon said all to him. Even though it was Shoe Surgeon's words, though, and not 2J's words, 2J's did sign this contract. So he must have agreed with everything that was being stated and was cool with it.
These aren't my contracts. This is what you send me. Then
okay, wait, my bad. This is not his contract. That's what he sent him.
Sit here. I sign it.
There it is. So regardless of it, we get it, 2J's. That was not your words. That was not your contract. That was his, but you signed it. That was a mistake, obviously, that you have admitted to doing. You admitted that was your mistake. But my part is that guy's right there as we stop, and he has signed. Based upon what 2J's just told us in these orders, we could tell that you are losing operations if you are now just an ambassador. Ambassadors are people that are more so just people that promote or become faces of a business. You know, I'm an ambassador of Manscaped. You guys know, shave your balls and all that. Like, they pay me to do videos and do promotion. I love their products and I use their products, but I'm not at all involved with their operational daily operations. I am an ambassador though. So that would not, when I sign a contract with them, I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm curious how 2J's, I don't know. It's because from the get-go, it seemed like he was more so thrown off when he was realizing like, yo, what the fuck? I'm no longer operating. Like, I'm no longer doing this, and this. That's the part that I'm kind of confused about.
You fucking leave me holding my dick for I don't even know how to fuck long, right? Then it goes from 4.5 to 3, 3 to 1.
So it goes from 4.5 to 3.
1 to $500,000 in product.
So that's the part I don't get because we said
for I don't even know how to fuck long, right? Then it goes from 4.5 to 3.
4.5 to 3. The deal was a $4.5 million contract. He's saying I don't know because I don't know if he was talking about how that the deal was like the amount of money was getting lower, because then he goes from 4.5 to 3. Then he out of nowhere mentions product when we thought it was a $4.5 million, but then he says product. It goes from money to product. I don't know. It gets confusing right there.
3 to 1.
3 to 1. 3 to 1 million.
To $500,000 in product.
To $500,000 in product. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Now you're gonna hear a narrative and they're telling you, yo, Jay is stealing fucking product. You know what's crazy is when you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in product and consignment in your own fucking name and your consignment account disappears, and then when they're sitting there telling you, we're gonna give you your shit back, and you're negotiating a fucking leave, and then the shit they're giving you back is your own shit.
So from that, it seems like maybe 2J's was trying to take back his own shoes that he had. He has a whole bunch of
What's
shoes.
cracking, motherfuckers? Salutes to everyone in the building.
Salutes.
Hit that muta fucking like.
Salutes.
Sub the fuck up. And become a goddamn member to clap gorilla booty cheeks. Salutes. Tony just wanted to show some love.
Salutes to Big Money Sonny was cracking, motherfucker. Salutes to everybody in the building. Hit that motherfucking like. Sub the fuck up and become a goddamn member. Clap them gorilla booty cheeks. I appreciate you, man. Salutes, Tony, to showing love. Okay, so G Money, Tony, I think this is it. Not the first contract. I think this was them buying 2J's 50% of his stock. Oh my God, G Money. Oh my God, you're right. You're right. I'm stupid. I'm stupid, guys. I'm stupid. 2J's, I apologize. I'm fucking stupid. I apologize. That's what it was. That's what it was, guys. We're going to just play it through now. This is not the initial contract. This is the contract that 2Js wanted them to buy the rest of him out. That's what it was. Salutes to G Money. Salutes to G Money. Salutes to G Money. Salutes to G Money. Right here, guys. 2Js asked to be bought out from UN due to irreconcilable differences in the contract breaches. 2Js accepts the first buyout offer and signs the paperwork, but shoe surgeon does not. That's what this is. This is December 2023. And it makes sense because he said, I can walk away. Y'all can give a going home party. That's what it is. Salutes to G Money.
Fucking non-compete. I'll shut my wife's business.
Non-compete. Now everything makes sense. I'm stupid. The comment section is going to clap me on the way back.
Right? And then on top of that, I'm like, yo, I don't even want the money up front. So I get a text. And then me. I need you to survive, because if you can survive without me, anything that I do going forward is going to fucking work. It's going to help me. I can't even quantify to you guys how much this shit would help me if the brand actually worked.
So he's just talking about, he wants to leave UN, but he wants the brand to continue to be able to work. Because if he's able to go do a whole nother thing and UN works, it makes him look good as a business owner. Like, look, I made UN, I sold it to these people and walked away, and I'm doing my own thing and it still is working. I'm a successful business owner. I'm a successful business creator.
Without me.
Without
So
him.
I get a text and then a submission of a contract.
My bad, JC. My
$4.5 million to walk away. Does that sound like something?
$4.5 million to walk away.
Do those sound like numbers you would give somebody that was thieving a fucking business?
Why would they give him that much money if he's doing all this type of weird embezzling bad shit?
Right? And then on top of that, I'm like, yo, I don't even want the money up front. Like, take a little bit of time, but make sure my wife is good. Make sure my wife is good. So give me $500 up front, pay my wife. You sit here and you come up with an agreement. I'll sit down for a little bit. I won't fucking non-compete. I'll shut the fuck up.
We're cool. I'll sign it. I'm not going to go make another business. I'm not going to talk shit.
I'll fucking be the ambassador.
I'll be the ambassador as we wait for y'all to get this deal done.
That you want me to fucking, I'll be the ambassador that you need me to do. We'll make it a go away party.
We'll make it a go away party. 2Js is out. Peace, y'all.
These aren't my words. These are yours.
These are his words.
These aren't my contracts. This is what you send me.
That's what he sent him.
Then I sit here. I sign it.
He signed it. It's a good deal. 4.5, get the fuck out. 50%. Move. Sign it.
You fucking leave me holding my dick.
Leave me holding my dick because they didn't sign it back. They didn't finish it. Tony, that person that usually commented last time for me being slow, you got me. You got me. I'm being slow, but I'm catching up now, okay? You're faster than me.
For I don't even know how to fuck long. Right? Then it goes from 4.5 to 3.
So they, I guess, came back with a lower number because he's been waiting for so long.
3 to 1.
3 to 1 million.
To $500,000 in product.
To $500,000 in product. So it seems like the last contract deal was that we'll just give you $500,000 in product. Like, I guess it took so long, those numbers in the buyout got lower and lower, and the negotiations got lower and lower to where 2Js was willing to take $500,000 in product.
Now you're going to hear a narrative and they're telling you, yo, Jay is stealing fucking product.
Jay is stealing fucking product.
You know what's crazy?
I guess that what Jay is going to say, though, is that the product that he's taking is actually his product, his shoes that he personally put in consignment at the store. So that's like me, all the sneakers I've been selling, if I go put them on sample and I tell Bull to buy me out and Bull doesn't buy me out and I just go and take my shit back. And Bull's like, yo, Tony's stealing from sample. It was like, well,
is when you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in product and consignment in your own fucking name and your consignment account disappears, and then when they're sitting there telling you
his consignment account disappears, is wild.
We're going to give you your shit back, and you're negotiating to fucking leave, and then the shit they're giving you back is your own shit, and then it's sitting there for months and months and months and months. And then I finally asked staff, yo, is this my shit? Sure is. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my shit because you're bullshitting. And you're sitting here.
Yep, Andrew, exactly. He's got his product back. That's all it was.
And I'm recognizing the bullshit that you're doing. Did I go in there and take some product? Fucking right I did. I took my shit that had my name on it, that you motherfuckers deleted, right?
So they deleted his consignment account. Is wild.
We keep fighting. We keep going back and forth. And then, man.
Yeah, Fat Boy Case, he did come for the settlement.
Man, oh man, oh man.
That's
Then,
wild.
Let me just give you some key points of the last fucking contract that I signed. That still ain't been signed. I signed it October 8th. This is with Surgeon Worldwide, Joni, and JC. The purpose of the agreement. This is a business separation and asset swap. JC sells 50% of his interest in Urban Necessities to Surgeon Worldwide. In exchange, JC gets his name. Gets to keep 2J's kicks. Right? A repayment of $300,000. I'm not really good at math. I'm not good. I can't read. I think this part right here says $300,000 loan from Joni in monthly payments. In monthly payments, right? Acknowledgement of the inventory I took. JC's released from a...
Yeah, Rebellis, he said he did take it. Yeah. He said he took it back.
Non-compete. Allowing him to pursue other ventures. I can't take employees from Urban Necessities. So
The Andrew, the $30,000 loan, which I'm not 100% sure of. I'm not, but I remember earlier that in like the first live we did, it was something. I could totally be wrong here, okay? But in the first video that we did, there was a part where they wanted to do a loan and Joni signed off on it, and 2J said that she shouldn't have did that. It was a loan to buy product, and I feel like that number was $300,000. So I'm wondering if Joni took out a $300,000 loan of the business on her behalf, and this is the repayment that we're talking about.
Illicit contractors or customers, and nor do I want to. For the record,
What's
if
good,
I
Tony?
open some other shit, they were fucking with me anyway. I don't gotta ask. I don't gotta take. I'm not a fucking thief. Non-disparagement agreement. Both sides agree not to make negative public statements. Fuck, we missed that one. Both parties agree to keep the business information private. I think we both missed that one. Both sides release each other from any past claims, except for fraud or willful misconduct. JC is allowed to post on social media announcing that he is stepping away. Here's the fucking crazy one. Tax responsibilities are clearly divided between the parties for 2024. And if JC breaches any of the restrictive covenants, Surgeon Worldwide could stop the $300,000 loan. Well, goddamn, I think that sounds like I just took $300,000 and fucking burned it right in front of everybody watching this motherfucking screen, right? Right? So I just burned $300,000 right fucking in front of every one of y'all for the last 3 fucking days, and you're sitting here having the fucking audacity to say that I've been stealing from the business. Now, if I was stealing from the business, why the fuck would I go to the police? If I was stealing from the business, why would I go to the feds? If I was stealing from the business, why would I go to so many lawyers? Why would I go to the Better Business Bureau? Why would I talk to every fucking consignor and say, yo, please go get your shit, please, now, everybody go. I don't care about that fucking brand, bro. I care about the consignor, bro. If I was fucking stealing, don't you think I would have saved that 300 fucking thousand? Don't you understand I had money before you motherfuckers came in here? It ain't about the fucking money with me. It is about fucking principle. It is about fucking principle. I'm not crashing out. I'm not crashing out. I'm fucking angry that I got lying motherfuckers sitting here trying to paint me like the motherfucker that ain't taking no goddamn accountability for this shit when the very first thing I did was take accountability. When you got 12 years of examples of every single time my business had a problem and I was aware of it, I addressed it. I addressed it. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. This shit is very sad. Not for me, for the people. Because in the middle of this, the consigners caught up. And apologies for me, as you can see me looking, I might have ripped up a piece of paper I probably shouldn't have. One with a narrative that's going to be painted out that I went to go try to get loans. I never applied for a fucking loan. I don't know how I proved that to you. I could go run my credit reports. I willingly did not apply for a singular loan for anything lifestyle. The narrative is about to be that I applied for loans for my lifestyle. It's wild. It's wild. The narrative is going to be that I tried to sell the business. Yo, I did not try to sell the fucking business to a singular person. You know why? I do not want to pass my problems to my friends. There was a moment in time where we were trying to raise. I'm being told, yo, we're going to fucking do a raise. A business, we're going to do this, which is part of it. Yeah, I agree to that. Then you sit here and you tell me, all right, yo, we want to raise this much money. Go talk to your friends. I'm like, all right, let me get a pitch deck. I never get a pitch deck. I get like 5-6 people. 5-6 people that want to give me the entire dollar amount that you're trying to raise by one person. You curve every single one of them. Why would you curve every single one of them? And now the narrative that you're telling folks is that I impeded in the ability for you to be able to sell the business. But yo, bro, hold on. Am I running the business or do I not run the business? Do I have a say or don't have a say? I'm taking money. I've never done a bank transfer.
Yeah, let's take that into let's definitely take that into consideration, right? 2Js has not been an employee for over a year. Right? He hasn't been an employee since May 2nd. This company's been recently, like the past couple of months, been under fire for what it's doing. We can't sit here then and say that this right here, like this statement about we are aware of ongoing statements about UN, like all this shit, I get what you're saying, like cool and all, but y'all are under fire by actual customers about not paying people, not getting their people's consignment shoes back in time. Let's not like stray away from the main issue to why this all started. The first issue that started this whole entire live stream And for me was I saw somebody posting a story saying if you got shoes at UN, you need to go and get them immediately. You need to get them immediately because shit is going down. And then once that happened, everything else started just spilling over. This is before 2Js even got into it. Then 2Js got into it. That said, 2J ain't been there for a year, so you like, let's take 2J out the picture. Why the fuck are y'all not getting shit right now? Everybody's calling out UN right now. You can't, and I hope you're not trying to say it has anything to do with JC, because the man ain't been involved since last year. That's the part I'm not understanding.
You could go fucking fact check that. I've never gone to the bank to withdraw money. You could go fact check that. The one singular time I have videos of me trying to do it. And it was solely to get these guys to fucking come back to the table and pay me what the fuck they were supposed to pay me. So now, here's the reality of it. The reality of it is no matter whether they want to admit it or not, they own 50% of this fucking debt. The reality of it is that I have told the world for days, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to fucking stop. I'm going to continue telling the community, I own half of whatever the bill is. And I'll pay it. Even if it costs me everything that I have and don't have. And I feel very confident that whenever I have a complete understanding of what half is, whatever half is, I think it's safe to say that the community is going to support me for the most part with whatever it is that I got to do to be able to generate the revenue that it is for me to make shit right. Why am I trying to explain this shit on live? Because I'm tired of waiting for fucking lawyers to do what the fuck they got to do because they're over here milking this shit on both sides. And you got a bunch of lying motherfuckers that are stealing every day. And I'm sitting here telling them to close the fucking store and to get everybody's fucking product out. And I got so many motherfucking questions that ain't getting answered, bro. I got so many questions that ain't getting answered. And I got so many half-ass truths that are being told to me, like what the actual number of the fucking debt is, right? That I'm not running away from. I own half of that fucking debt. I want to pay that half. Happily, with a smile. Thank you. Thank you, right? So, you know, I got a bunch of other shit. Joni. Hey, Joni. Do me a favor. Can I see that text message that I sent you so I can read the fucking text? Because I accidentally, in my theatrics of figuratively and literally lighting up $300,000 in front of everybody that's seen. Can I see that text message of the narrative that folks are on that side are sending that I want to address before they sit here and say it? Let me just get your fucking fake narrative out. I want to get your fake narrative out and address these. And then after I fucking address these, I have more questions. More questions that are probably not going to get answered on this fucking stream. But you know what?
This one?
Yeah, this one. This is the one. Can you redo the print? So yo, check this out. My next live stream. I have so many questions. Maybe I should get them answered in person. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of consigners. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of consigners that have a lot of questions. What day works for y'all? Y'all want to go down there? Maybe we could go ask the questions together. Because at this point, I don't even know what fucking questions to ask.
Guys, I'm gonna be listening. I got my my Bluetooth headset on, so I'm gonna be listening. I'll have this playing. I'm about to go give Baby Two out a bottle real quick. All right, I hear y'all. I hear everything.
Maybe, just maybe, if we go down there together, right? And I turn the fucking camera on, maybe somebody there will take accountability for once. Maybe we'll be able to get some answers together. Anybody want to go with me down there?
This.
God, this is the one. The narrative. It was a partnership deal, not a flat-out deal. They had the first refusal against ventures that I was exploring. I wasn't trying to sell the business to anyone else, bro. JC did not want to exclusively sell the brand in one deal. He wanted to get bought out, but had a different number in mind. Funny, I'm going to post the fucking text here that shows it. I approached big players and small players. Big players asked for insights and data that he wasn't going to give up. Help me understand how I could provide any information to anybody that you don't give me when I do not have operational say. Gave him time to do so, and he helped acquire inventory. I don't know what you were doing. You fired me. I had outside investors, and I didn't own the Necessities 100%, but think of as a buy-in for a shareholder equity stake, which, yeah, it's not even possible. But again, whenever the day comes that we all fucking have to sit in a room and they fucking take our phones and emails and all that other shit, and you see that I didn't send none of those fucking messages that the fuck you're talking about or even have any type of fucking conversations like this, then what the fuck are we talking about? I went outside of UN and forged another LLC. Yeah, after years of being fired and patiently waiting for you to sign a contract that I signed to walk away for zero. Oh, and by the way, the only thing that was in that fucking contract that was money exchange was Joni's $300,000, but I can't even get that if I open my mouth. And I opened my mouth because what's greater than my wife's $300,000 is how fucking bad you guys are doing these fucking consigners. And my name's attached to it. And I ain't running from that part. I read a fucking post today. I saw a post today that instead of addressing consigners, you addressed what you're saying is me thieving and leaving the brand in bad shape. You saw the numbers. You saw where the numbers were at. You saw what debts it had. I wasn't perfect. I didn't fucking pay everybody on time. Wasn't intentional. We got fucking too big and too many issues were going on. But every single person that was owed back then, before November 11, 2022, bro, before November 11, 2022, every single person that fucking spoke up got paid. Said, I tried to sell or transfer my equity. I don't know who to who. Only person I tried to get a shit to was you. I did this while taking out loans to sustain a lifestyle and to pay for treatments. Well, goddamn. The only loans that I could have possibly taken out that time during these last 3 years is if my name was forged on something for the business. Because I ain't taking no loans around here. You know what my loans are? My personal sneaker closet. That's my loan. I have money, bro. I was threatened with fraud and legal action. And I took zero action because it came at the risk of exposing my finance. That sounds like fraud. Why don't you call the police? Why don't you do the morally fucking right thing to do? If that's what I really did. If I was committing fraud, why the fuck would you offer me money on the way out? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. So these are narratives that are being fucking spit out right now. This is what's being told to the inner circles and shit. And then they're hitting me. What are the consignors supposed to do right now? Fucking help me
I don't know what he got terminated for specifically. I don't know.
Understand how much is owed. That's one, because I don't have access to the books. I'm telling you, I'm on the hook for half. And I want to take 100% take responsibility on trying to fucking get.
El Ball, he said that C's like left and got on like dip. It was like clean cut in and out, like nothing like bad, no bad blood. Like he got out way beforehand, basically. Basically, there's not like C's is gone and it was clean, like clean exit.
You're right. Right? That is the whole point of my last 3 fucking days. And whatever the fuck else I got to do, because I got a feeling this is not going to fucking end tomorrow. This isn't going to end next week. I can potentially, with the help of the community, get that store closed. I think at this point, we both have to be realistic. Every single day the door opened with the current format of that business and how it's conducting business, and because you moved the money, not to the account that was actually paying consigners, but into a different account. Who knows where that shit is? And who knows who the fuck's name is on that one? But I do know that when I own half of it and the paperwork says I own the liability, I'm technically in charge of it, right? And so if I'm in charge of it and you didn't tell me, should I sit here and wait for you to just give me half of the debt? Should I wait for that offer? Because $100,000 and pay me later, or $150,000 and pay me later, you want me to take 100% of the responsibility of your 3 years of fucking thieving that you're trying to leave me holding the fucking bill? It's deep, right? What can I address? I appreciate every positive comment. I appreciate every person that's talking about this in a positive or negative light. I signed a shitty deal, 1,000,000%. It was only a shitty deal because the people on the other side saw an opportunity and decided to do the wrong thing. You have examples of me for 12 years doing the right thing. Why would it change today? So yeah, I want to go and ask these questions in person. Because I'm tired of waiting for phone calls. Who got time? What's a good day next week for y'all? Sunday's the Lord's Day. I'm going to give you a break. Sunday, I don't want to fucking hear shit from nobody. Next week, I'd like to go to the store. I'm pretty sure there's some consigners that got questions that would like to get them answered in person.
At this point, they definitely both want to get this man his business back. The issue right about now, though, is more so like how that looks, because he doesn't want none of the debt, and they not trying to take the debt neither. So that's where we seem like we're at right now.
Anybody got time? What day works for y'all? I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed. Sucks that I got to do all this shit. Because most of you know, this isn't what I wake up to do every day. Right? This isn't what I choose. I don't wake up and say, yo, let's destroy some shit. Right? I don't spew hate in my heart. I try to do the right thing. I try to protect. And I try to take on as much of it as I possibly can. But we also got to be fucking realistic, bro. Say what you want about me. Good, bad, indifferent. It is what it is. On paper, you own half. Can't expect the other guy to take all of it. Especially when the other side gave you money.
I'm curious what this actually is, though. Like, what is actually owed at this point? We never got that. We never got like that number, right? Of what is actually owed from the taxes and the debt of people.
Out of their pocket. Especially when you could have saved us from certain inconveniences. Like when you stop paying the taxes for the business, that I'm about to post a fucking text that says, you're taking the liability when you're cashing me out on the way out. Right? You're cashing me out on the way out. You say you're going to take the responsibility, and then you don't. And then when you don't, they go and they take every dollar my wife has, that I have, and that the business has. You can't sit here and expect me to take this responsibility that when for the last 3 fucking years, you have left me on fucking red. You haven't replied to me.
You're right, Andrew. He said he needs to get in there and see it, and then get a what's the term he used, like a forensic person that go in there and figure out what the hell this number is. Because he can't see it. So that is true. I don't think he's not involved in the day-to-day operations, so he can't even see that shit.
My text, you haven't replied to my emails, you haven't checked in on my wife, you haven't checked in on me, you haven't given me fucking updates. Can't expect me to take fucking 100% of this fucking fall. So, if you ever see me shut the fuck up from this point forward, just understand that the only way that I have shut the fuck up going forward is because the number of what came back this way to make this shit right was so good or so wild that I had to shut the fuck up. But I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you right now, those are not good people. They're not good human beings.
The Nike lawsuit, that's what I
thought. They fucking
thought.
scrambled with that fucking Nike shit. They got sued by fucking Goyard.
Oh, whoa, he's saying it right there. Whoa, he's saying it. He's saying it.
They're not good human beings. They're not. They fucking scrambled with that fucking Nike shit. They got sued by fucking Goyard. That shit never came out. They got sued by a bunch of other companies. That shit never came out. That shit never came out because it was fucking so crazy, the fucking lawyer shit that they're doing over there, right? And then, whose fucking money are you using?
Uh-oh.
Whose money are you using?
He's saying it. He's saying what we've been asking. He's asking what we've been saying. You know, I've been thinking the same thing. Like, you getting sued by Nike, and where you making this money at, brother? Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, the man's made money. Don't get me wrong, but I don't hear Shoe Surge's name as much as I once did hear it. You know, the whole entire industry of sneaker content, sneaker people, sneaker influencers, even including myself, has dwindled down over time. This is what it is. So, gotta call it how it is. And that's to say, like, even for UN, like if 2Js is like, let's put it, I think every sneaker resale shop is gonna feel it. Like I think every sneaker resale shop, it don't matter who you are, it ain't gonna hit the same as it once was. Now that's not to say that you're gonna go out of business. I think the big dogs like a UN and Cool Kicks will still be around, but there was a time when there were so many people doing this shit, you know, as a business. And I know numerous people even in Atlanta that had to close down shop because it's hard. It ain't the same no more.
I never did any of this shit for money. Why did I sign this contract? Let's revisit for the first timers that are here. And I'm going to try to address this patiently, calmly as I possibly can. My wife got sick. She's my operator. We're doing $30 million a year before they come in. I'm fucking 100 plus trips a year. Going to trade shows, doing everything. And plus the fucking business is doing $30 million a year. I need somebody to help me. They talking about I'm funding a lifestyle. Yo, for 6+ years, I have over 100 plus flights a year, traveling, spreading the word for this fucking brand, right? Spreading the word for this brand. I use that business account, that 2Js business account, not Urban account, 2Js account. Let's make that very clear because my credit cards for the business, the second you came in, almost immediately got fucking cut off. I wasn't using none of your fucking money for the business, and I wasn't going to the bank account because I don't run operations.
True about
my account,
Babu,
my
yeah.
2Js account, right? Paying for hotels, paying for flights, paying for camera guys, paying for merch for 2Js. And could these have been expenses for Urban? Yeah, because technically I'm an ambassador of Urban, but then it takes away from the liquidity that Urban has. And yes, I get it. I built that. Maybe that's a whole nother conversation. Maybe I built that part of it wrong. But 2Js is UN and UN is 2Js. And you got to have 2Js to have UN work. But then you don't let 2Js do the 2J shit that he needs to do to be able to make UN work. And then when UN starts fucking up, and then I'm sitting there like, man, I told you, bro. You can't do that, bro. You shouldn't open that, bro. Don't spend the money on...
Whoa, let's go back.
And maybe that's a whole nother conversation. Maybe I built that part of it wrong. But 2Js is UN and UN is 2Js. And you got to have 2Js to have UN work. But then you don't let 2Js do the 2J shit that he needs to do to be able to make UN work.
So that's where this stuff really started happening. There's some of the answers there, because I was wondering, like, what was, I think somebody asked, like, what did 2Js do to get terminated? Which I don't know, but what did 2Js do to even get losing his operating rights? And one thing that 2Js was doing at SneakerCon is he would go to SneakerCon as 2Js and as UN. But the 2J side of it is the person, the brand, the person that talks and shakes hands and all that. And he does some of the negotiation on the behalf of UN. UN, what they're doing is, and what they would like to do a lot, sometimes 2Js would go to SneakerCon before it opened and just go around the table and just buy out tables before SneakerCon even hit. He see a table he like and just buy the whole fucking table, or have them co-sign the whole fucking table. That way, like, when people come, his whole job is just to be collecting shit, buying out the tables, you know. I remember the first video, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. SneakerCon Lauderdale. This was it right here. I think this is it. If this is Fort Lauderdale, then yeah. But, like, this is the first time I remember. I want to say this is it, man. If it's not, I'll find it. But spending $70,000 at SneakerCon in cash, right? This is Kai's walk. I think this is Fort Lauderdale. Is this? I can't even remember. The $70,000 though is not Kai's. The $70,000, I believe, was 2Js. If this is the one, yep. If this is 2Js right here, yep. So this is like what 2Js was doing, bro. Like 2Js was like, look, all that. That's all 2Js. And this is small. This is small. This is 8 years ago. 2Js was doing triple that near the end. You feel me? But 2Js got to be able to do this in order for UN to work. So if they trying to say, yo, 2J, we don't need you and Joni doing the buying anymore. Y'all can't do the buying. Then it's like you take away a big portion of what this brand is all about, which was 2Js doing these shows, doing this. Like, this was a big part of UN in general. And if you take this out of it, you take out a big part of this UN in general. He's buying bulk, yeah, but he was buying, oh shit. He was buying bulk, he was buying bulk at the events too. Like, that's the other thing.
For you to blame, for you to believe or not, I feel confident that when the day comes where this shit is scraped with the biggest amount percent of this fucking fall out of their pocket, like, I signed a shitty deal, 1,000,000%. How fucking bad you guys are doing these fucking consigners. Answers together. Anybody want to go with me down there? Yes. God, this is the one.
Make sure I'm right.
Bunch of lying motherfuckers that is stealing every day. And I'm sitting here telling them to close the fucking store and they get everybody's fucking product out. And would you curb every single one of them? And now they're not. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. This shit is very sad. Both sides release each other from any past claims, except for fraud or willful misconduct. JC is allowed to post on social media announcing that he is stepping away. Here's the fucking crazy one. Tax responsibilities are clearly divided between the parties for 2020. I tell you.
Here you go. I'm
More than anything that I got going on with the Department of Taxation, the people for flights, paying for camera guys. I'm fucking 100+ trips a year.
Here we go.
Going to trade shows, doing everything. And plus the fucking business is doing 30 million a year. I need somebody to help me.
Trying to get us back.
They're talking about I'm funding a lifestyle. Yo, for 6+ years, I have over 100+ flights a year, traveling, spreading the word for this fucking brand, right? Spreading the word for this brand. I use that business account, that 2J's business account, not urban account, 2J's account. Let's make that very clear, because my credit cards for the business, the second you came in, almost immediately got fucking cut off. I wasn't using none of your fucking money for the business, and I wasn't going to the bank account because I don't run operations. My account, my 2J's account, right? Paying for hotels, paying for flights, paying for camera guys, paying for merch for 2J's, and could these have been expenses for Urban? Yeah, because technically I'm an ambassador of Urban, but then it takes away from the liquidity that Urban has. And yes, I get it. I built that. Maybe that's a whole nother conversation. Maybe I built that part of it wrong. But 2J's is UN and UN is 2J's. And You got to have 2Js to have UN work. But then you don't let 2Js do the 2J shit that he needs to do to be able to make UN work. And then when UN starts fucking up, and then I'm sitting there like, man, I told you, bro. You can't do that, bro. You shouldn't open that, bro. Don't spend the money on them shoes, bro. Them shits ain't gonna work, bro. What the fuck are we doing? Why are we opening this? So why are we treating these people so janky, bro? Yo, here's your fucking last paycheck. Every dollar that I took out of 2Js has been itemized on its expense. Every dollar. For you to blame, for you to believe or not. I feel confident that when the day comes where this shit is scraped with the biggest of magnifying glasses and the smartest of fucking accountants, maybe 2Js did things that he shouldn't have from a marketing standpoint. Maybe. But 2Js wasn't responsible for consigners or sales tax. You know what's crazy is that the year that I did the deal that Joni saw that money, right? Our taxes, our personal taxes are affiliated and have a liability to the business. And the sales taxes and the taxes for the business fell on me and Joni. And so think about that. The business did millions in sales. And I had to pay millions. I had to pay the taxes for a business that generated millions with a salary that isn't millions. And in the contract that you sign that gives over half of the business and you take over ownership, one of the things that was a breach of the contract and had me even fucking talking to them folks in the first place was you never transferred it over the way that you were supposed to. You never removed the managing members in the eyes of the state, which were Joni and I, when you removed us from the business. You never took fiduciary responsibilities of this business the way that you were supposed to legally. And yeah, it's my fault for putting operators that aren't running the business in the correct way. But goddamn, when you change the bank account and you start taking loans that I'm not even involved in, at some point I got to start feeling like you're fucking just stealing. Who signed the shittier deal, me or Stove? Shout out to Stove God, bro. It's fucked up. And there's a lot of people in the middle right now that are watching that are like, fuck that dude. What the fuck about me? You are the very fucking reason why I'm fighting the way that I am and fucking allowing myself to fucking be part of this public fucking execution.
We're about to start a poll up, guys. Yeah, I've been saying it. Should they just shut the store down or should they try to fix it? Polls up on YouTube. I'm gonna set it on Twitch as well.
I have no fucking shame taking accountability for the mistakes that I made. None. I have no regrets and how this shit has playing out. It is very unfortunate. It is not the ideal way that you see it when you fucking come to an end to something.
Poll is live.
But I am going to accept whatever it is that's coming. I'm ready to take on whatever it is that's coming. But I need you to understand. One thing I'm not going to sit here and allow to fucking happen is people try to defame my fucking character. And good luck trying to prove that I'm defaming yours when I got all these fucking facts. Go waste more money. You like lawyers. You love lawyers. You live for lawyers.
Poll is live on Twitch.
Yo, the level of fucking scamming that's going on their part. This shit is elite level scamming. Elite level scamming. You thought of fucking everything, bro. You thought about telling the fucking staff. You're telling me on the back end, yo, don't talk on the calls. And then you're telling the staff, yo, Jay don't even want to be a part of this shit. That's why he don't be talking no more on the calls. That's why he don't even be on the calls. Then you want to paint the narrative. You want to paint the narrative that it was my lifestyle that fucked this shit up. But my lifestyle's been my lifestyle for years before you fucking came. And I don't remember every fucking consigner saying, I ain't getting paid in 3 years. 3 years. It's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. 3 years people ain't getting paid. Now it's my lifestyle. You ain't even paying me. I'm not even getting paid from this shit. You want to talk about millions that we walked away with. My millions that I walked away with. I gave you $300,000 back, but we burnt that. Right? Burnt that part, so forget about that. I had to pay taxes, not only on the taxes for that money, but the taxes for the business. So we burnt money there. That was like $400,000. It was like $400,000. So that's like $700 gone right there out of $2 million, right? And then so it was $2 million.
I remember seeing a little bit of this live part right here. And this one I actually saw. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I remember seeing this right here.
The number, right? The $2 million was the number, right? But then we go and buy 2 houses. And then you go buy the 2 houses. And then check this out. The money that we use for them 2 houses, we're going to fuck around and sell these houses so we can get the people right. Totally cool with it. So then that leaves me with, I don't know, I'm not good at fucking math. This leaves me with like $500,000-$600,000. $500,000-$600,000 out of a fucking deal where you're smoking everybody and you're leaving me to hold the fucking bill. And for the last 3 years, I've been trying to do the right thing. You know, it's crazy that motherfuckers don't understand that before these guys came in, I generated hundreds of millions of dollars. There's like no credit. No, all of a sudden it's fucking amnesia from the clowns that are in the chat. Fucking amnesia from the people that are on the other side of this shit. Y'all really forget all the shit that we really did? I signed the shittiest 360 deal in the history of 360 deal. But Joe, you know what? It don't even matter. It don't even matter. What matters is the people. More so than any issues I have going on personally with them. More so than any issues that Joni has going on with her battle. More so than anything that I got going on with the Department of Taxation. The people. The people have always given me the opportunity. The people have always allowed me and have given me the time and the grace to correct. Right? And what you got are guys that are sitting here saying that it's me. And instead of addressing the real problem, which is not paying the consigners because you took a little too much and you moved them to too many other accounts that had nothing to do with the fucking business. Leave me holding the bill, because how the fuck do you trust this face anyway, right? But what you did overlook is 12 years of fucking history. 12 years of fucking transparency. 12 years of globally walking around this fucking earth trying to help other people. Never having my fucking hand out and never doing anything for $1. Only doing shit for principle. I sympathize with you, Cardozo. If I could get in there, I'm gonna try to address it, but understand I have no visibility on what's going on right now. I ain't delete one fucking comment. They did. I didn't disable comments. They did. This is a surgeon. This is a Dallas and Bimbo. Dallas and Bimbo, look him up. He likes to comment from his page from time to time, even though now his page is blocked. And he don't be outside. He be in the dark. He be in the back.
Who is Dallas and Bimbo? Dallas and Bimbo. Let's see who this is. Dallas and Bimbo. He got his shit private right now. I don't think I've ever seen this guy. He got his shit private though.
He don't like taking pictures. You know why he don't like taking pictures? Because he's a fucking professional scam artist. And scam artists don't want to have their fingerprints on shit. And Dom don't have a fucking backbone. Dom want to sit here and tell you, I'm paid to look the other way. Right? I ain't deleting comments. I ain't running from you. I'm turning this fucking camera on every motherfucking day. I'm happy to talk to whoever I gotta fucking talk to. Right? You know, again, you guys are so caught up on this fucking contract, right?
I get it, and like I get a lot of people saying like the scamming and refund it. I think the main thing here though that we gotta like take into consideration, bro, is that he wasn't involved. He hasn't been involved with the company for the past year, and these issues seem to be only issues that have came in within that past year, from what I've seen. I haven't heard anything about like 2 years ago when he was still operating or still even a part of the company. I feel like the issue is within the past year, and then the past year he hasn't been involved with the company at all.
You're so caught up on the contract. Understand, if they would have been doing the right thing, this contract wouldn't have been an issue.
So that's my main thing. Obviously, like all the other stuff, the contract was the dumb. This was a stupid ass contract, which I don't know why he signed it. I don't know why he didn't have any lawyers. You know, it's a lot of things, a lot of faults on his end, but I don't think the issue right now of UN being on some fraud shit or on some sketchy shit right now. I've only heard of this stuff within the past couple of months. 6 months was the most, because I think one of our commenters mentioned it. And even then, he's been out of this position since May of 2024.
And even right now, the contract isn't an issue. That's not the issue. You're caught up on the wrong part of this fucking scenario. You're caught up on the wrong part of the scenario. I am trying to get people to be accountable for their part of the contract. Okay, somebody said the transfer back to you almost complete. No, it is not. Because I asked for forensic accountants to look at the account.
Uh-oh.
Right? I asked for forensic accountants to look at the account. I want a true number.
Is he talking to one of them?
Because whatever I got to fix is not going to take one day. Right? And I want accountability on that. And whatever then, I need to understand what the floor and the ceiling is before you fucking sit here and expect me to just take a whole fucking shit show off your hands when I had nothing to do with the shit show for the last 3 years. But it's on me. So, again, you got one side ain't deleting comments, one side ain't running, one side talking, one side showing receipts, and then you got another side that's paying for lawyers. Right? Paying for lawyers. I'm paying for lawyers too. You know, and I understand that at the end of the day, there's two sides to each story. is for you to be stuck in the middle and figure out the truth. And yeah, it's fucking sucks that you got to do any of this. And some people are going to believe me, and some people are going to tell me to go fuck myself for a multitude of reasons. Don't like me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to love me. I'm not fucking posting this shit for you. I'm posting this for the people that are genuinely owed money. You just happen to fucking feel the need to get in here and throw some fucking shade or talk some shit. And frankly, I don't give a fuck about your thoughts, bro, because you were never a fan of me. You weren't supposed to. You're not trying to support me. You just want to see drama, bro, and have something better and have some negative shit to talk about. All good. I'm glad that I'm helping your day. Right? Real know. The real know what I stand for. The real know who I'm focused on. The real know that I'm not going to stop. And the real know that at some point I get the opportunity to try to do the right thing. But I'm not going to be able to do the right thing until they start taking accountability. Accountability of what they've done. And at the end of the day, no matter how you want to no matter.
Salutes, Jeffrey, Felix. Just curious, because I don't know, but y'all mentioning Cool Kicks. What is Cool Kicks doing? That you feel like, why y'all feel that way?
How you want to shake this, I don't have, you won't have. I'm not going to take the burden of debt and the responsibility of 100% of it without you taking half of it. I mean, you've paid your way out of every other scummy fucking scenario you did, right? You paid Nike to leave you alone. And you only paid Nike to leave you alone because technically you got caught with your hand in the cookie jar doing some shit that you're not supposed to do. You can't offer the classes anymore because in the classes you were doing some shit you weren't supposed to be doing.
Well, we just saw that on the day that this happened, he was doing a class. But I do think he has like up to like 2 weeks to stop it. Let's see. Or maybe it was 7 days. I can't remember. But if you guys were here, we checked the website. And yes, just remember, guys, he has Nike products still right here. I think it was either 30 days or look, he got all this shit listed. Wow. This was not up here, guys. This was not up here when we last checked. Unless I'm tripping. When I last checked, it was like right here. I don't remember seeing all this shit, but hey, it might be. With that said, though, I'm curious, does he keep his prices the same? Yes, $7,500. So he has 30 days to keep this up. He has to take it down after 30 days. So, yeah. He got a couple of days left.
Right? I mean, it's amazing how fast y'all work and got that Goyard deal to go away. People didn't even know. Or was it Harrods or Selfridges? It was Harrods, right? For $2 million?
Collusion said, I think people are just tired of resales. Yeah, I think I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like people are tired of the resale, the culture vulturing and all those type of things. So I understand it. I understand it. I can understand when people are pissed off and is tired of that. Cause from a perspective of my own, like doing sneaker content, I told y'all, like when I came into the game, it was about sneaker collecting, sneaker collectors, Jumpman Bostic, DJ Dells, Fomer Simpson, Zaya X. Those are people that are collecting these big ass collections, and it went from that to even me still trying to obtain that. But then it became a more personality type of thing, where a personality, you would dive in on a personality of a person trying to do something like that, collecting kicks, vlogging, and lifestyle, and tying that all along in with sneakers. And then after that, it went into more so the hype B side, where people were going super crazy with that. And then it led into what we know it as in the sneaker reseller scene. And that's where we're currently at. That's where the most views kind of settle in. And the growth in sneaker content creation right now has been in the sneaker reselling thing. And 2Js was the godfather of that. 2Js and his urban necessities and his vlogging and his lifestyle being put on YouTube. In my opinion, he is the forefather of people like Common Hype or Cool Kicks as well. Any store that made a YouTube channel, 2Js is basically the father of that. And not in a disrespectful way, but like he's a pioneer in that. He made content showing people how to be a reseller.
Their fucking one, right? What was the shit show with fucking Network and Complex that came out of my bank account? Came out of my bank account, that lawyer fucking shit. I didn't even have nothing to do with that fucking problem. Came out of my, when I saw the lawyer bill come in my name, and I'm like, yo, hold the fuck on. How the fuck is the bill in my name? Y'all are fucking crazy, bro. Y'all are crazy, bro. And maybe I am too. It's tough to fight a guy that's already knows he's gonna lose. I know I'm gonna lose. There's no way I win.
Salutes, Reggie. I'll be up there, man. Make sure you just tap in, man. Love to meet you, man. I'll be up there for a little bit.
You're absolutely right. There is no way I win. There is no possible scenario here where I'm able to pay everybody off and able to keep anything. There's no way. There's no way. Just go look at the contract. But I'm going to take the steps that I need to take the accountability for the things that I am responsible for. Half. So guys, again, I would like to figure out a day. I would like to figure out a day to be able to go down there and ask these questions in public. Together. Because I know I have consigners that haven't been paid in 3 years. And the only reason I know that is because you fucking told me. You fucking told me. I would like to figure out how the fuck this store gets closed together with the community. And how we get what's remaining in there out and back to its people.
So 75% of y'all said that y'all should shut it down. 25% says no, try to fix it. So it even seems like he's just trying to shut this shit down at this point. It's all good, Sleepy. I appreciate you, man. Ant2320 was good, man. Keep grinding. See the latest video. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button if you haven't already.
You sit here and you're talking about you want to do the right thing. You sat there and looked at me dead in the face when I dropped everything I was doing and I saw you last fucking Friday. And I told you what you needed to do. And you sat here and you told me it doesn't feel good, some of the things that are happening, and I've had this fucking change. I want to do fucking right. And then when I tell you, okay, well, the right thing to do is to give the brand a fucking chance to do the right thing for the consigner, throw some money in it. Put the money back. And you want to offer me your fucking services. Oh, we'll give you some, a credit for fucking True Surgeon. Why the fuck you think I want to stay here and take your goddamn services and offer them to the fucking public when you've been stealing from everybody? You steal from brands? You sign up for contracts, you don't even fucking execute all the options on them, and then you leave them fucking, you take all their money, and then you leave them where you barely get to do the opportunity again. Then you fucking beg till they fucking give you the opportunity.
All right, just thinking here. Maybe I'm pushing it. 2Js, you gotta watch how you talking, man. Cause where does this become defamation? Saying this, and it could go on both sides. They said this man was stealing and embezzling money and doing all this crazy shit, but now he's saying the same thing. They both like kind of defaming one another right now.
Again, and then you do even less than the last time.
I don't know the law here.
I'm gonna give you a break tomorrow. It's Sunday. I might go fuck around and swim in the pool. Shit, it might be one of the last times I get to do it. And it looks like the weather's gonna be fucking nice tomorrow. But on Monday, I'm on your fucking ass. On Tuesday, I'm right back at it. Wednesday, I don't know. Wednesday, foot traffic's slow. Maybe that's the day I go over there. I don't know. Is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? It depends on Joni's chemo or doctor's appointments. It's gonna be a long summer. Today's the first day of summer, ain't it? It's gonna be a long summer. It's gonna be a long summer, and it looked like the last 3 days, I got almost 1,000 fucking people watching this shit every goddamn day.
Hey, 2Js, I mean, you got 1,000 people, so you might not need me over here, but if you definitely want to come over here and take the panel and really let us just break it down and ask questions and really tap in on the people in the community on this platform, you are welcome. I know me and you ain't really seen eye to eye in a minute, but I'm still here to open platform to keeping it and calling it down the middle. So, if you want to take the platform and allow people to come ask questions or anything, seem like you could do that yourself. You got 1,000 people. We only got 230 over here, but still, hey, it's always available.
Let me answer a couple more questions, and then I'm a fucking... You know what? Let me show you a little bit of love and try to address some things. I want to hear your thoughts, because I think you're somewhat reasonable. If you fucking accept this for me. We're going to go live together? Fetish?
So it's cars.
Just going to stay on the sideline. You want to jump in here?
So
I guess it depends on how much I could prove.
So Car is about to come on.
What's the word, man? What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
I wish I knew. I mean, I'm trying to get answers. I'm trying to be transparent. You see, I ain't hiding.
No, you're not. Nah, man. I was thinking about DMing you because this is going crazy on Twitter. Obviously, I shared the video on Twitter, and I think the video is up to like 200,000 impressions right now. It's everywhere. And ultimately, I always try to be objective whenever I dig into these things, man, because I've been getting hit from all sides, from so many people. Johnny hit me up. Some people that I'm sure you know what I'm saying? I won't name too many names, but they've been hitting me in the DM like, yo, like, Jake's good people, man. JC is good people, man. Dom is this, Dallas is that. I'm gonna try not to share too much, but what I've heard, I'm like, yeah, they were moving real snaky. I just want to make sure I understand because I think some people still got some
Yeah,
questions. So
that's
I
why I
think
put you on here because
right,
you've done a great job, I think, over the last couple of years being a moderator, right?
for
You're
sure,
trying to
for sure.
moderate. You're trying to moderate the pulse or whatever it is that you're shedding light on, right?
Yes, yeah,
So that's the main reason why I even said fuck it, I'll give you time of day because I think
yeah.
you've been doing a decent job of that over the last years, and the lights on you.
That's
You know,
love. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. No, and I tell people all the time, man, I don't need your react to these things. I want the facts. I want to know what's happening. And when Dom's case came out, like I'm gonna tell you. So when
Black said, "You cool with Zan trolls? Light skin 2Js ain't coming over here," which he may not. But the thing is that I'm cool with a lot of people that ain't cool with one another or have had issues, right? Like I'm always been the guy in the middle, Blacks. You know that. I've been the guy in the middle. That's why they call me the messy guy. I was the guy in between Ron and Skinny. I was the guy in between Skinny and Zaya. You know, Kari and Kais have had issues in the past, and I'm cool with both of them. You know, plenty of people have had issues, and I've been able to facilitate that. Now, me and 2Js were cool. Our relationship kind of died off because of the Trollmageddon situation. But hey, I can still give a unbiased platform. I think people call me a fence sitter for a reason. A fence sitter is someone that's able to call it down the middle, or somebody who teeters either a fence sitter. They sit on either side, right? That means I'm a person that call it down the middle. People, I don't take that as a disrespect, even though it is more so used as that way, but I do more so take it as a compliment because that means I'm not quick to jump aside just because of what it is. I'm going to listen to both sides of and make my decision then. And my decision is more than likely going to be based upon facts, not based upon who I am cool with or who I like. And I can still ride with someone if I think that they're wrong, or still be their friend because I think they're wrong, but I still will call what I don't like or what I don't agree with. That's just me.
these cases come out, when Nike sues people, I talk to like Nice Kicks and all these people. They want to know what I think about it. And I usually can tell people pretty early on, like, I think this is going to happen this way or that way. When John Geiger got sued by Nike, and people hit me, and John's my guy, and they were like, what do you think is going to happen? And I was like, they're going to settle this, but he's not going to have to pay any money. And that's exactly what happened. When Don's case came out, that's a big difference. And I told people, pay attention to this. I said, when Geiger settled his case, he didn't have to pay a dime. When Don settled his case, that man had to give him a bag. There's a big difference there. You know what I'm saying? That means, to your point, he got caught doing some stuff that he had no business doing. And then they sealed everything up. But that told me, that set a precedent, like, okay, there's a history here, there's a record here of things
habitual line
happening.
stepping.
You know what I mean? Like, exactly. I'm like, okay. Now I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't too hip on Dallas. Like, people been hitting my inbox giving me the rundown on Dallas. And when I found out, I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense now. He's the guy. He's the guy behind the scenes that is kind of pulling a lot of the puppet strings around here. So I'm like,
Now, but I got it. When I look at this, right, and I look at it, I try to process the totality of it, like on both sides. I got to give it to him because my man is literally like.
Lazaro, you mentioned it earlier. What 200,000 to 450,000 in Japan? Where is that stated at? You said, because I think you said earlier he went and splurged in Japan. Now this is all
Doing it for
muted
like
on his
what may
phone.
or may not happen, the good, the bad, the ugly, with all of it, and then you pivot in the direction that you gotta go. I do that.
that's true.
But my man has been doing it for so long with the wrong intentions that he's literally thought of everything from NBAs to painting a narrative that the person that I'm doing is caught up with this and only wants to be outside. Not that you had me going on rogue missions, traveling all over the United States, supposedly looking for places for us to open. But in reality, what you were doing was you were getting me out of the store because I'm the only motherfucker fishing around to see if shit is what it is.
That part. That
You
part.
know what I'm
That
saying?
part.
So I got to give it to him in this sense because in that sense, yes, if I don't debunk your shit the way that I'm doing and I just leave it alone,
Right.
then I'm 1,000,000% the bad guy. And again, I'm not
In this video, he says that.
deflecting the smoke.
I thought you meant like he was showing it.
Right.
I don't want to.
Yes.
I want to get at the front of this and catch it because I am very concerned
Right.
for a multitude of reasons. The first one is money old. The second one is what's gonna happen to them shoes out of there
That part.
when I know that the state took the bread out, the last little bit of bread out of the one account it's supposed to have. That's the thing. There's an account we don't know about that the money's going to. I don't think the state even knows about, right? And so now you're going to paint it. I wouldn't even be surprised if the businesses applied for loans, tons of them. I know that there's loans because they told me they took loans. I didn't apply for those loans. Don't you need to have me in the mix for that?
I was gonna ask, like, is that a unilateral thing based on like they have power to sign on for credit in the name of the business without your input?
That's a great question to ask.
Okay.
That's a great question. That's a great question to ask.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm very frustrated because again, I have concerns. I've addressed the concerns, and when I address the concerns, I got promoted to customer.
Man, see, yeah,
And
and go ahead.
lesson learned. Lesson learned. I look at it this way, and the only way that I got to accept it at this point, because this is real trauma, right? This is real trauma, right? I got to look at it like this. I'm being provided an opportunity to be an example to the masses where everybody will talk about it, good, bad, or indifferent. Right. So let's see this through the correct way that it needs to be seen through. And that's with some sort of effort for people to get their shit back. And if you can't, you ain't got to like me. You ain't got to love me. You ain't got to support me. You got to at least give me the benefit of the doubt. And
I think
that's all I'm asking for.
that's an issue I think that I'm having overall because you're not asking for anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but fairness for your customer. Like you're not asking for people to change their opinion of you or anything like that. And I think that's a big difference that I've been seeing between what you've been doing and the PR statement that I saw come out, which I knew there was a PR statement. I knew there was one coming. And when it popped up today and I saw how it read, and then also saw the deleted comments, also saw that happening. I was like, there's a big difference here because they're attacking his character. They're trying to shine light on JC's character versus carrying the mission of doing what's best for the consumer. Why? Like that's where my mind is going right now, right? Because in all of these lives, you've been seeing me, I've been popping into these lives, talking to people, and in every one of these lives, your message has been very consistent. The message is, listen, this is where it is, this is what I'm responsible for, but I'm not doing shit else than what I'm responsible for. This is what I'm responsible for, and this is what you guys don't understand. I see people, they keep asking these crazy ass questions like, oh, but didn't you have a lawyer? Didn't you have this? Didn't you have that? You broke down the fact that there were lawyers that were involved, this and the third, but also I think that this was a deal that was done between two people who saw themselves as friends and acquaintances. At the end
Well,
of the day.
I think I went into the deal looking at that, and now I'm trying to exit the deal, realizing that I'm dealing with two fucking thieves
Right.
that don't care about like people's livelihoods.
Yeah.
Okay, look, bad deal gone wrong happens every day, bro. But
Right.
yo, there's variables into this scenario that if your moral compass, you should have a moral compass. We're all humans. Where's your moral compass, bro? You understand what we're going through, right? And so I'm at this point. I'm blowing the whistle as hard as I'll take this shit to Oprah. I'll take this shit to the news. I'm gonna keep going, bro. I'm gonna keep going, bro, because I am concerned.
Yeah.
And I do not care what the consequences are for me because I am concerned.
Yep.
And that is it. That is all I'm asking you to take out of this. Take out of this. I'm concerned, and I want to try to rectify if it is something that I can rectify. And if I have an understanding of the floor and the ceiling, then hey, do I have the tools within what we've fucking created to like handle that? And if I don't, is there a world where I could take some of this shit on and then address it to the community? And is there a world where there's a part of the community that feels like, hey, maybe it's worth helping? Right. Or is there a world where there's like, I think, in my opinion, right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think there's a part of this where there is so much criminal activity on the other side of it, and so these guys are scrambling to get their name off of it. They're scrambling to get their name off of it, and they want me to take 100% of the debt along the way. And then when I scrape the books and I see this shit, who's going to be helped? Who's going to get stuck with this, right?
And
so
no, you touching on it. You touching on it now, and I was gonna so funny. I was gonna ask you, like, do you think it's possible that the reason why they're doing all this runaround and ducking and dodging and stuff like that is because number one, the money isn't there, or because number two,
the money,
some real funny
there's
shit
money,
happened?
there's money. I just don't think it's within the brand. Because again, one of the things that I pointed out is when I first got to look at a profit and loss statement, when they first sent me one, I said, this.
So basically, he's saying like UN used the money from UN to make other businesses or do other business ventures and put that money into that, but the actual business itself just seems to be failing.
Shit don't make no sense. Yep. Help me understand what these debts are. Who are these businesses? And they start itemizing the person that's telling me the itemization of the business, like it's loans or debts or responsibilities, are businesses that they manage, have equity, or straight out own.
See, so they use UN to like. That do sound like some fraud shit though. Like if that's the case, they came in and put money into UN to then put money into other businesses. It's like a pyramid scheme type shit. Cause like how did they get the money to buy UN? Did they do another business the same way? It's like they're buying businesses with money, and then once they buy those businesses, they get money, the equity, and credit from that business to then go buy other businesses and then continue on and on.
Right? Then the loan is to you. How do I know that? Because you're not. How can I possibly accept ownership of a loan that you gave yourself for my business?
And then also on top of all that, even though that's all happening, they're not liable for none of that. 2Js is. So now, like, I'm not saying it's true, but damn, that do sound like some scamming ass big fraud pyramid type shit. Yeah, they were washing money with UN money. Yeah. Like, let's just think about it. If I bought a business, made money, then I use that money to buy another business, and when I get in on that business, I'm utilizing that business's credit and how good it is to then take out loans, and then that money I then go in and buy in a UN. Then once I'm in UN, I'm utilizing UN's credit and its money and its base to then pull out loans for that company to go put then buy in other investments on other shit. And then just keep rinse and repeat. And then the businesses that started it all, obviously they're gonna have to get paid. So you gotta rob Peter to pay Paul type of ordeal.
Right? And then you're not even letting me see the paperwork
Ponzi,
on it.
yeah.
How can I
Exactly. Just talks. Yep.
possibly take you? How?
That's what he's saying. Now I don't know if that's going true, but I see what he's trying to say at least.
How can?
And he's saying that when he went and checked and saw the money and where it was at, it was in a whole bunch of investments in other businesses, which is wild.
How can I say, okay, give me 100% of the business back? In these scenarios, like, yo, fool me once.
Right. Yeah. And that's why I've been wondering, like, okay, what does JC have the power to see or have subpoenaed?
This is all I got. This is all I got, because every single lawyer that I've talked to, 4 different ones, right? 4 different ones, all of them. Jay, man, you got this, you got that, you got this, you got that, you got this. It's gonna cost you this much to get it here. It's gonna cost you this much to get it there. It's gonna cost you this much to get there. It's gonna cost this much to get there. By the time you get there, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Jay, save your money because you're going to need it for this, and this. And more than likely, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, this is going to happen. Okay, well, if that's when it's going to happen, then, you take process time, you fucking sit there, you fucking eat it. You eat it and you say, okay, cool. You know what, bro? Listen, I'm gonna add one other person on here because they've been going really fucking hard in the comments in a different direction.
This person was unable to get, so we might skip a little bit.
And I got time today. I got fucking time today.
I think I know who it is, but okay.
I got time today. I just don't understand how you got, like, all right, Miami, whatever minutes or whatever it is, I sent you a moderator invite.
It's been really smart because they could have tried to squeeze
Miami Night, we might, like I said, I might have to skip because I don't know if he ever ended up coming because I had to walk away as well, but he was trying to get that man on panel. What's going on, Too Cool Chris? What's good, brother?
whatever blood was left in from that rock and gotten you nowhere. So that
Salutes to everybody in the building, man. We got 234 in the building. Hit that like button. It's free. Become a member over on the channel. Be a part of the 2 Wild family. It's very easy. 1 tier. If you want to support the live streams and support the channel, I would greatly appreciate anybody to sign up and become a member. Definitely makes the live streams be able to continue to go on and do more of them. Also, super chats, donations are always welcome and appreciated as well. Last but not least, though, hit the like button. It's free. We got 234 in the building. Great show so far. And I appreciate all the love and support, man. Exactly, Jay Breezy. Appreciate this type of content. Everyone has run up to 200 likes. We're 2 hours in strong. This might be one, and we probably got another, at least we definitely probably gonna be here until 3. I'm gonna take a quick piss break, but I'm gonna let this run. I can hear. I got headphones on.
it's actually dope that they told you, hey, like we'll take your money, but it ain't gonna lead you where you're trying to get to. That's
Bro,
smart.
I'm trying to get to the attorney generals. I'm trying to get to the FBI. I'm trying to get anybody that helps me close those doors to stop the debt from getting bigger than what it is, and for more shoes to disappear. Because again, what I said, and I have proof. Proof. You're sending lists to other people, other resellers, other stores.
Let's get into it. Yep.
Sending lists to other people, and then I'm getting hit up with this list. Like, yo, is this your shit? Is this your shit? I don't know, bro, because I don't have access to this stuff. I don't have access to this stuff. But damn, why is Fat Joe's shoes on this list?
Man.
So
Okay,
so I'm concerned about that.
That's what I heard. And unfortunately, people don't know. Like, I mean, I'm glad people are coming back to you because they don't know who's the one that's sending out this list, who's responsible for all this.
Oh, I mean, I'll tell you right now. Excuse me. There's only a handful of people that it could be, right? It could either be Isaac, which Isaac is the person that's been put in the middle to be the moderator for us. Because anytime I've tried to talk to Dallas, anytime I try to talk to Dallas, why don't you send an invite, Miami?
He's saying add me. Yeah, okay.
So anytime
if anybody can let me know, because I'm kind of been curious, what does it mean by these lists? Are these lists of shoes? But what's the issue with sending out lists of sneakers? What's the issue here? What's the problem? If you're sending out lists, what's that mean? What's the issue? I'm curious if anybody can figure it out. Oh my God.
answers, I'm trying to be transparent. It might be one of the last times I get to do it, and it looks like the weather's gonna be fucking nice. But I got
this, you ever that. You broke down the fact that there were
variables into this scenario that
for anything.
applied for loans, tons of them. I know that there's loans because they told me they took loans. I didn't apply for those loans. May or may not happen. The good, the bad, the ugly, with all of it. And then you
To your point, he got caught doing some stuff that he handled much. But what I've heard, I'm like, yeah, they were moving real snaky. I just want to make sure I understand because I think some people still got some
yeah.
questions. So
That's why I put you on here because I in there and do it. Who knows? Good sir.
yo, I'm gonna try
Oh
back.
man, hold on, man. Fuck. Let me see where I'm at. I just want to make sure I get right caught up right there where I was at. Give me a second, y'all.
Within what we've fucking created
Mhm.
to like handle that. And if I don't, is there a world where I could take some of this shit on and then address it to the community? And is there a world where
They're doing all this run around and ducking and dodging and stuff like that is because number one, the money isn't there, or because number two,
the money,
some real funny
there's
shit.
Here
money,
you go.
there's
Okay,
money
here you go.
to make no business.
Mhm.
Like it's loans or debts or respond to that because, and then you're not even letting me see the paperwork on possibly accept ownership of
Okay,
Right.
I'm skipping
Right.
there.
Yeah.
this is all I got. This, you got that, you got this, you got that, you got this. It's gonna cost you this much to make your money because you're gonna fucking eat it. Comments in a different direction. And I got time today. Trying to do
I'm telling you actually to save was
I'm trying to get to the attorney. Choose to disappear because other stores
let's get into it. Yep. That's
send
what
me
I was-
this to other people,
There you go.
and then I'm getting hit up with this list. Like, yo, is this your shit? Is this your shit? I don't know, bro, because I don't have access to this stuff. I don't have access to this stuff. But damn, why is Fat Joe Shoes on this list?
Yeah, but Pixel selling a list inventory through another route, basically backdooring you in inventory. You mean like selling this without UN's consent and the money that's being made from that going to is being pocketed by someone else, like not going back into UN's sales is what you're saying?
Man.
So
Yeah.
okay, so I'm concerned about that.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And unfortunately, people don't know. Like, I mean, I'm glad people are coming back to you because they don't know who's the one that's sending out this list, who's responsible for all this.
Oh, I mean, I'll tell you right now. Excuse me. There's only a handful of people that it could be, right? It could either be Isaac, which Isaac is the person that's been put in the middle to be the moderator for us. Because anytime I've tried to talk to Dallas, anytime I try to talk to Dallas, why don't you send an invite, Miami?
Oh, he's
Because
saying add me. Yeah, okay.
so anytime I try to have a conversation, my man says, "Yo, let's take this outside and go swing on each other." Like, what is that solve?
Wow. Nothing. Right. Exactly.
I still got to work with you.
You're right. Exactly. Like, what the fuck?
You know, and it's like it's very unfortunate because the staff has been painted a narrative that they've bought into because I'm not there to represent myself and I'm not in the room and everyone fucking believes you. But now, little by little, people are starting to see what it really is, and then oh shit, damn, maybe Jay wasn't lying.
Yeah. No, I think people are starting to see that more and more. Actually, that's what I'm getting from people. I heard a lot about the list today. I heard about the cook groups. I heard about the offer to buy certain cook groups. I won't get too deep into that.
Yo, they try to sell this shit to Yankee Kicks and they try to sell this shit to Benjamin Kicks, right?
That's it.
So you
That's
can't,
it. That's
yo,
it.
you can't hit up the homies and it's not expect the shit to get back to me. And then you can't lie to the homies and say, yo, Jay ain't here right now, but it's because he don't want to work with us. He's dying to work with you. He'll get back in when you're in there.
Yep.
Yo, he'll get back in there when you're in there. And then, yo, are the P&Ls that you sent them gonna look like the P&L that I have?
That part.
I'm very curious, right?
That part.
I'm
Yep.
very curious.
Because we can cook the books. That I mean, listen, people like the people that we're talking about here, they know how to cook books. So yeah.
LaShawn Terry, that 300,000, is that the initial 300,000 that they asked to get from her to buy inventory? That was on like the first video we did where 2Js said that was a bad mistake on her behalf or something like that, and that she should have never been left on as a manager. Is that what that was about? Because that's what I was asking about earlier. Because I'm trying to remember.
But yeah, I heard that they were just scrambling, trying to funnel all those consigned pairs to those cook groups, and then also acquire some cook groups and stuff like that too. And I was like, nah,
Nah, it's a
nah,
joke,
that's
bro.
nasty. That's nasty. Where's Miami at, man? Like now I'm trying to see where this
Yo,
goes.
like, bro, I have the only fucking people that are fucking trying to even get on here is some fucking Roberto dude and some Anthony dude, and then it says that we're here. That we could come to some sort of accord we need to take on.
like they keep hearing because
Now it doesn't matter how the debts are paid.
Mhm.
Half is half. Half is half, right?
Mhm.
It's for me. Once you give me the business, that is for me to negotiate. Half is half, right? So it says sent request. I'm sitting here, bro. I don't see no request.
I was gonna
And I
say-
got absolutely no reason to lie to you, bro. 10,000, 100 to take because that's what.
He's gonna end up telling Sneaker Fetish that he wants to get off, but and then I don't know if Buddy's gonna get on or not. We're gonna find out.
Offer is you're giving me $100,000 for what? For what? What am I going to do with 100,000 when the debt is not 100,000? We're talking 37,850 consigners. What is $100,000 that you're not even trying to give me upfront?
yeah, you can't do anything with that, man. That's
That's
crazy.
the point.
And the 100K is supposed to absolve him of
Of his sins
that's crazy.
and keep
There's
me
no way.
quiet.
No,
I'm
there's no way.
sorry, bro, but I'm sorry, bro. But it says
Miami ducking.
let me let you go and let me try to add
Yeah,
him.
no, it's all good. I saw
All
it.
right.
Yeah, we'll wrap. All right, bro.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Man, why would you think that I have any reason to ignore you?
All right, so yeah, we're gonna skip this
I
a little
find,
bit
yeah, like
because
long stream.
this happened
And
for a
I
long time.
speak
He's
any
trying to get this guy on here.
about other people. I'm just not gonna take it. Or then you tell them you want to go tell them, yo, listen, I'm open to taking half if you take half of this, and then we're gonna go whip up the paperwork right now. Why are you talking to your lawyer, bro, and wasting more money, bro? When I told you we ain't got a deal. The level of miscommunication and the level of assumption that I'm that fucking retarded.
Benjamin
Excuse
Kicks.
my words. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. All of them start with, yo, you got anybody that got shoes over there? You got anybody that got shoes
I
over
don't
there?
think that
Tell them to go get them.
Benjamin Kicks got anything to do with this. So that was it on that one though. And since then, this was uploaded. Let's check this. Okay. Oh, 23 hours ago. Let's see what this is.
I'm trying to get an understanding. How many of you guys were offered product instead of cash? Like, what was that? Clothes, sneakers? I'm just curious. If you have any emails, text messages, screenshots of what you're owed, what you have as product missing, or cash that you're owed, or what they try to pay you with, now's the time to send it to me. Please and thank you.
For the record, I want to let you know that this is probably the first conversation that I record because I got nothing to fucking hide.
Okay, so that was 16 hours ago, which was 5 a.m. My brain's not working. 5 a.m. So 2 in the morning? 16 hours ago, so 6 o'clock now. So that'd be 6 a.m. 2 a.m. That's what time it seemed like that would be then. This is what we're talking about. So this is the last thing. So these he's
This
going.
is probably the first conversation that I record because I got nothing to fucking hide.
What do you want?
For you to take fucking accountability for once. You're taking all accountability of this shit whether you like it or not. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, taking accountability is filing bankruptcy, right? That's taking accountability, right?
No, taking accountability is coming out and saying, hey, Jay had nothing to do with this shit for the last 3 years, and we actually robbed him and his wife fucking blind while we were taken from consigners.
Got it.
For the record, I want to let you know that this is probably the first conversation that I record because I got nothing to fucking hide.
What do you want?
For you to take fucking accountability for once. You're taking all accountability of this shit whether you like it or not. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, taking accountability is filing bankruptcy, right?
That's crazy. That's a crazy statement. Nah, that's not taking accountability. Filing bankruptcy. Filing bankruptcy is the easy way out, in my opinion.
That's taking accountability, right?
No, taking accountability is coming out and saying, hey, Jay had nothing to do with this shit for the last 3 years, and we actually robbed him and his wife fucking blind while we were taken from consigners.
Got it.
Got it. Jeez. So that was posted 5 hours ago. 30-minute convo. So it seemed like it was chopped up, but yeah, it seems like TWOJs is hitting his breaking point with this, and I don't know, man. Like I don't. He's trying to goddamn get this shit. He's trying to he getting turned.
On right now with Urban Necessities. That's the sneaker resale shop in Las Vegas owned by JC Lopez, aka 2J Kicks, that he started in 2014.
Let me see, is there anything like any other things going on? Nah, we're the latest thing, man. So
Deals in history, but it's only a bad deal because the people on the other side never felt like doing it the right.
I've been hearing his name associated with this.
well, there you go, guys. Anybody got anything to say, man? I mean, at this point, that seems where we're at right now. It seems like more is going to be coming down the pipeline. If you want us to continue to cover this, man, we will definitely do so as well. Yeah, I saw that, Andrew. Yeah, it definitely was dope seeing Cash do that. I reached out to him and I hit him up too as well. As far as we know, his lawyers involved in the contracts. Not when the first contract went in, he has not mentioned like a lawyer looking that over. He has had lawyers since then looking over the contract, trying to get out of it. But the initial getting in it, I never really heard him mention like he had, he had a lawyer look it over. He might have, but that's been my main thing from the get go, to be honest. Yeah, that's it, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and end it off. We've got about to hit 3 hours. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, man. I really appreciate everybody who tuned up and turned in. 233 in the building. I mean, I think we had even 247, 250 at one point. And I want to say I love y'all as always. I appreciate y'all as always. We're going to continue going live. We got some IRL content coming out soon as well. So just make sure y'all got the post notifications and bells turned on, because we are going to be doing way more live streaming over on this channel. And become a member. Super chats, I greatly appreciate it, because that is what's going to continue to help us out alongside with the watch hours and the playbacks as well. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one, all right? Love y'all for real, man. I appreciate y'all. Salutes. I'll see y'all soon.